Boom. When last we left off, I believe you guys were a bit wounded down in the basement. You'd beat the crap out of a vampire, blew her face off, and Griff was getting ready to haul her out, I think is where you guys are at.
I was collecting some rats for my friend.
Oh. Well, maybe you guys are hauling her out. I'm not. That's what I thought, but maybe I'm wrong. So tell me what you're doing.
We should cut her
I'm
head
gonna
off.
reload my gun to shoot my compatriots one more time. I will collect 5 rats for my ogre buddy among the dead rats.
Okay.
And then I'm ready.
I get my hatchet out and I hack her head off.
Okay. It is. She's been decapitated. Takes a few whacks, but you get the job done.
All right. You should take her up to the 2nd floor so we can throw her out on the street.
Well, we should search down here, right? Now that there's no threat. Who knows what good
Yeah,
she
okay.
has? We search.
All right.
2. Did we find, the plate armor?
Really good roll. I don't think there's much in here that's not junk, but let me look. Because that was a pretty good roll. You got some soiled bed sheets that are now covered in blood all over the place.
Maybe it's like Ultima 7 and we can stack up the crates to go down a chimney and get the super gear.
Let me know if they're not there.
What?
If the kids aren't out there, you...
Just no.
What if we suck the blood out of it?
I wasn't
to
sure which
turn
one you
into
were
a
trying to
vampire?
avoid.
You should
What?
try.
Are you talking to me? Hold on a sec. What's up?
I was saying I wasn't sure which one you were trying to avoid. I wasn't trying to bother you.
Oh, I just try to block out the noise, that's all.
Or wake you up. I was sorry. That's what the wave off was.
All right, but I heard suck the blood. I don't know what you were talking about.
Said we could suck the blood out of the bloody bed sheet, become vampires.
Yeah, why don't you try that? Oh, that reminds me. I need...
Hit me up. Do my rolls.
Yeah, someone needs a roll. I gotta check what it is, though. I'm sure it's endurance, but I don't know how difficult it is. I'll find it any moment now in this PDF here.
It's cool. I still have 2 advantage, so I can spend that.
No, you don't. Combat's over.
It says 2 advantage right there in the box.
Where?
In my endurance test box.
Weird. That's not good. Let's fix that.
And on my icon, if you hover over it, there's, 2 allotments of blue.
Not. Oh, man. I tried to make it go away and it didn't. Actor must be in combat to update group. What? There, now you have 0. As it should be. Anyway.
You're muted, Derek.
How long have I been muted?
A minute.
Since we were talking about advantage.
Around the point of saying that we didn't have 2 advantage.
Well, I fixed it. All right. So you've got a bloody vampire. Well, actually, there's not really much of a head anymore at this point. There's kind of the eyeball. It's the jaw and the nose and the mouth are just gone. So there's like a head and the eyes, and a body. So, what are you doing? What's that? You're carrying it all up, or just the head, or what?
Yeah, I think we have to carry it all up.
Oh, that's right. I was doing disease. Hold on. Man, I don't know. I gotta get the actual book. How about I get an endurance roll, 2 endurance rolls, or 1 endurance roll from Griff, and 1 endurance roll from Rocco, and 1 from Dirk. That was real bad. Oh, that's pretty good.
That one's not as good. I better waste rerolls, before anything happens, right?
You only needed 1 and you made it, so I don't know why you
Well,
rolled
you
a
told me
second.
to roll 2 endurance tests and everyone else to roll 1.
All right. Well, then I said no. Well, hold on. I don't know what the other one is yet. So Dirk did a reroll. He's okay. Rocco might be okay. There's a about festering wounds, but I'm not sure what the check is. But I'm going to find out. So you gotta know if you don't have to sit in bed for a week. It's going to be very important to the game. Mostly, I just want to know how it works.
If you fail an easy plus 40 endurance test, incubation is 1d10 days, so maybe you can just wait on that.
Ah, there you go. Okay. Well, he made your roll. But I guess, I could start doing these in the future and make it more fun. And then, Griff, for you, I need a... I'll tell you in a moment. I don't suppose I can just target you with this. That'd be cool. Nope.
Ooh, I can either use endurance or cool to resist it.
Oh. In this case, endurance.
See about that.
Did it pop something up for you?
I have a button that says resist, and I clicked it, and then it popped that up, yeah.
Congratulations. You gain no corruption having been bitten by a vampire.
I don't know why I would have. I'm amazing.
Yeah, sometimes. Look at that
When I die,
drawing.
it's not going to be because a vampire killed me. It's going to be for something really stupid.
Dirk is, something's wrong. Encumbered. Have you been messing with your inventory since you got in now?
No.
You weren't encumbered earlier. Wonder why. Are we doing this again with the inventory? I don't know. It says you got 5 pounds of stuff. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think it's because you're carrying way too many weapons.
I'm not supposed to be carrying them. Is it with the change? Did it make it so that the stuff I'm not carrying, I'm carrying again?
Maybe. Is this your stuff back at the barracks or whatever? There. You're good now. I moved your hand weapon.
Okay.
I thought we'd already had it down there, so it's weird that it was back up top, but maybe something causes that. I don't know what it would be. Anyway, who's dragging the body up and who's carrying the head?
I'll carry the head.
Carry some of the body.
Okay. And a bunch of rats.
Well, I think those are in a bag of some kind.
All right. Cool. You guys make your way back up. You're getting better at navigating this, maze down here now that you've been through it a few times. trudging up the stairs, covered in blood, stinking, wounded. Everybody's like, peering down the stairs as you come up. What happened down there?
It was a hideous monster, giant beast. We killed it. Tore it apart.
Is that it? Like pointing at the remains of the head you're holding.
Oh, yeah. It looked scarier than it does now.
What was it?
Have you ever heard of vampires?
Yeah.
They're
We
real.
were talking about them right before you went down.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, well, we found one and killed it.
They're all kind of just looking at. They're all kind of just looking at like the soggy, misshapen head thing you're holding. I'm like, okay, good job.
Scary vampire sounds and animate the head. Rawr!
Let's go to the nursery.
Yeah, people are backing away. Probably not because they're scared of the head. Well, now what do
We
you
gotta
do?
get to the second floor windows facing where my sergeant was last seen.
Okay. Good.
Is he still around?
You go into the window to like see if he's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out there.
Sergeant!
What do you want?
We took care of it. It wasn't a plague, it was a vampire. She's dead now.
Yeah, right.
Can I have the head?
Can we do my puppet show again?
Now he checks the whole thing out the window.
I guess.
I will throw the head at him.
Sure. Give me a ballistics roll,
My throw's not. Oh.
or throw in if you got it. But
I don't think I have one.
are you throwing it to him or at him?
Well, he can catch it if he wants. Center mass.
Let's see how good your throw is from the second floor.
It is day. I think he just hoped it bursts into flames on its way out.
It's going to. That's why I want to know if it hits him or not. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, you. I don't know. What like are you like overhanding this like a baseball, or are you like just a really nice underhanded toss that goes right to him? What are you doing exactly?
I wanted to get it to him as soon as possible.
Right.
It's a basketball chest pass. So it's
Gotcha.
I'll say incoming after I throw it. While it's
So yeah. After it kind of gets into the direct sunlight, and kind of as you're starting to smoking a little bit as you're getting it by the window, and then you launch it out, and it actually bursts into flames. Mid throw, smacks into him. He's too surprised to try to catch it or anything. It just,
is it still clearly part of a head, or can't you tell anymore?
I mean, you could barely tell it was a head in the first place. I guess there was hair. If that helped.
we should
That was
probably
the
put the
head.
body out too, so that it's more obvious that's what it is.
But it's definitely taking its time, like burning and like almost melting. Yeah, more like collapsing in on itself into ash. It's like it's not a full on like bonfire. It's more like a smoldery. It's the whole thing decays rapidly with a little bit of flame. Left a nice smear right on his chest because you hit him right in the chest plate with it.
We need to get the body out the window now too. I don't want to keep
Vampire.
this thing around.
Before the body goes out the window, I'm going to cut a finger off and keep it.
He
Why? No.
For science.
No.
Come on.
No.
Fish
Fight
is
me
not
for
allowed.
Why? Why can't I?
Heresy.
Heresy.
Who might go
Yeah.
out and-
It's a trophy of
Yeah.
our good deeds.
If someone did catch you hoarding a vampire's finger, you'd probably be put to death.
Fine.
You'd know
So-
that.
Which
kind of world are we
just
living in?
means next time don't let them catch you. So Rudy does not keep his composure as that happens. He kind of yelps and jumps back, wide-eyed. You think he actually did not believe you that there was a vampire in there, but now he's.
We go ahead and
We
check
got-
the rest of the body out.
Yeah, yeah, we do.
All right, so that makes more just kind of a splat, right? It doesn't go far, right? It just kind of goes down.
We're trying to get it out in the sunlight, though. That's really all we want.
Yeah, it's a little shadowy where it landed because you're right next to the building, but still enough that you see it start to smolder and then like burst into a low flame and start burning.
Vampire.
All the guards are watching
Open the
it.
doors.
Rudy says, "You stay in there right now till we get this sorted out." And unless you are planning to make a break for it or something, I will time skip a little bit.
No, I'm pretty fucked up. I'll go lay down.
Eventually, some priests of Sigmar.
I go give Gino 5 rats.
Oh yeah, he will happily start.
They
with
were, evil rats. So I don't know if you're supposed to eat them or not.
Oh, I better not then. Yeah.
Maybe just cook them first.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's probably good enough. He starts getting a pot going. After some time, some priests of Sigmar show up, inspect what remains of the body, and call to speak to Trent from
guess
from the window.
The doctor lady
Yeah.
too.
And basically, they're asking for your account of what happened. They want to hear from you.
Yeah, I'll tell them everything we had figured out.
The truth, basically. Just make
Yep.
sure. Okay.
Note.
Oh, go ahead.
I thought,
Yeah, I thought Andrew was going to say something.
Yeah, show him my note.
oh, the note.
Yep. It's probably will go up in an inn somewhere. They say they're gonna keep you guys in there one more day to be sure there's no more deaths, and then they will come in and clear people like in the morning.
Would they mind bringing some food? I kind of tell that to Trent on the way when he's in this conversation, because it's been a couple of days and we've had nothing to eat.
Does Trent ask?
I'll ask.
Give me a charm roll at plus 40. Actually, for you, plus 60. So
Well,
pretty hard to miss, as it turns out.
Hold on.
Okay.
Because the proper way to do it at that point would be skills, charm, add my success bonus that I'll get from my talent, right?
I don't even know about your talent. I was just giving it to you because
Oh, well, I didn't even do the pluses, so yeah.
they are happy with it. So they not only bring food, they bring you guys a couple bottles of wine with it. Basically, the Sigmar guys who were there seem impressed with you. But, they still have to be cautious because, you guys could all be infected or who knows.
Yep.
So assuming, how are you guys spending the night in there?
I'm going to sleep the whole time in a bed.
Yeah. I was gonna go check on the doctor, see if she was any better.
Yeah, she's at least conscious now. She's still kind of bedridden. She got hit pretty hard with the
Trash.
disease. Did anyone fail their? I think everyone made their test, right?
Nope.
Okay. And the dwarf guy is up and around now too. He didn't seem to. He seemed more like he had been. He didn't actually seem like he ended up being infected. He was just drained, essentially. If you guys click on your tokens and then you go to like the heads up display thing and go to utility, there's a rest and recover button you can hit. I believe. Never tried using it, but now's a good time.
Technically, if anyone is still wounded beyond that, I can do heal checks for people.
You may need to do the healing yourself. I don't think it does it.
It does not do the healing.
And Eric, if you do heal checks on the people with crits, that could help them heal their crits faster. It's still going to be a good long while, but
I mean to roll a second time.
there are 2 people with torn arm muscles.
Economy, good things.
But morning comes. Eric's going to be doing some heal checks, but morning comes and make sure you apply your own healing again because it does not do that for you. And they basically start having people come out into the sunlight and then they check them over and they, make you all stand to the side. Basically they're doing a vampire check on everybody. At least, what they understand it to be. And they're, whispering prayers to Sigmar and beating anyone who gets mouthy.
Really close attention to their procedures. So if I have to do a vampire check later, I'll know what to do.
Basically, they're waving around a lot of incenses, but also most of it seems to be making you stand in the sunlight. Do you proclaim that you are a faithful follower of the Empire and Sigmar and blah 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 blah? Because clearly, a vampire couldn't lie about that. And then, you guys, at this point, you're released to go wherever you want, but they are going to be basically that building's being evacuated, and they're going to be going through it, and everybody who lives there is grumbling because...
What about the one dude who can't leave the building?
Yeah, you probably had to kind of break the door open a little bit to get out. He looks a little sick.
Probably from eating them rats.
Could have been. No, thank you, Chloe.
Well, maybe he wants to come with me to the Spotted Pig and meet Harold, and I'll buy him some food. He can get in there. He probably can't.
He probably could. Probably could
My
get like
intention will
upstairs
be
for him.
to hang out with Gino and treat him good.
All right. No problem. So you guys are...
Mark off some more shilling.
You guys are kind of treated as minor celebrities around the barracks for having, fought a vampire. Even Rudy doesn't give you shit.
I mean, he's our sergeant. He made it happen. He's the man.
Mm-hmm. He actually does not try to claim credit for it.
Well, I hope not. There were so many people that saw it wasn't him.
He doesn't ever say a word about the dwarves either, who you didn't arrest or do anything with.
Well, we were supposed to wait for their contacts to show up.
Yeah.
And they didn't show
Didn't
up.
show up? Yeah. So does anyone have stuff they want to do over the next however many days?
Who all had what critical hits or critical wounds?
Rocco has
I
one.
think just people I shot.
Dirk and Rocco,
Yeah, I had a left arm.
they both have
she-
torn
Yeah.
muscles on their arms.
That first night of sleep fixed me up good. So I'm fine.
Basically, healing can reduce the time by 1 day plus 1 per SL.
Yeah. Okay. So for Dirk,
And I think they're both looking at like 28 days.
and then
Well, Dirk's
Rocco.
only looking at 25 days. And Rocco will be better a day after that.
And then is anyone still down wounds besides me?
I don't think so, but you don't
I'm
need to
down
roll it.
3, but
You guys are going to have a little downtime, and you're going to be
Okay.
healed.
Fair enough.
Unless you're doing anything right away on your own.
Adam,
Yes.
I presume you're doing something. That's what you do.
I'm good.
Let's see. I don't see any. I'm trying to look at the crit, how many wounds it gives. You guys, with the crit, basically you can all be healed to full except for Dirk and Rocco, who are 1 wound less than they would be. Because you can't heal. I think you can't heal the hit points you lost from your crit until the crit's gone. I could be wrong. I think that's how it works.
Sure.
Someone feel free to prove me wrong. I'm going to give out some XP. We'll do a like 1 endeavor worth of downtime, if indeed there is anything. And then see after that. So let's see. All right. You guys all got 75 XP from that. If anyone wants to spend stuff, go ahead. If you got an endeavor you want to do in the time passing as you're still just doing normal watch stuff as the weeks go on. Those of you who are critically wounded are put in slightly lighter duty, but you're still expected to be out there. That probably means for a while you get more day shifts. But not just day shifts. They're not that nice. It's not like you're bleeding, from your guts hanging out or anything. You don't need to worry about the money between adventures right now. You can just keep whatever you got on you. If you want to, again, one of your endeavors can be trying to learn a talent that's outside of your class. There's some stuff that can give you bonuses to rolls, or you can just do nothing. Cool. I will assume.
I'm just trying to feel better.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do for it other than take time and heal it off. You don't have that awesome D&D cure spells. It can be full health. All right. So this would be up to you guys. But right around the time your crits are healing, it's been about a month, and the moon is waning, and there's gonna be no moon in the sky again. Whether or not that means anything to you and you want to do anything, or you're like, nope, done with that. I don't know. But there is an opportunity if that's something you care about.
An opportunity for what?
Well, last time there was no moon, you were on the hunt for a beast in the docks. Or something in the docks.
Is the disappearance still happening, or do they only happen during the...
Well, this would be the next time, right? This would be the next time since you last... You were there the last day of it, and you got jumped by some dudes, right?
Okay.
So now you're back in that time window if you care. You might not. You might be like, I don't care. Which is fine.
That is our jurisdiction.
The docks?
Kinda.
Yeah. Well, the docks are, yeah. I mean, whether or not you actually care is, totally different thing.
And apparently the good bars are all down there, so.
The spotted pig. I'm just going to stare at the camera. Okay, I'm unclear what's happening.
It doesn't sound like anybody's interested.
Okay, I misheard Andrew then.
Well,
It's not our jurisdiction, like you said.
Oh, I thought it was.
But
Okay.
it specifically was our
I mean, it totally is our jurisdiction, actually.
Oh, okay. I misheard then.
That's why I was confused.
I feel like we owe it to little Sparky.
Okay.
It's Eugene, sir.
Who keeps saying that?
All right, let's head down there.
What, if anything, do you want to do?
I mean, well, there's a water monster somewhere. We could poke it. So do we have a poking stick? I have a pretty big gun I could shoot water monsters with. As long as you guys keep clear. Unlike last time.
Wasn't our fault.
Don't run up in the middle of everyone and then shoot it.
True.
That sounds good too. All right. I promise not to shoot any of you again with this particular gun, no matter what.
Where is...
Other guns are still on the table.
I may not know how those work.
You don't even know how this one works.
I got 1 point of training on it.
One's all you need.
Maybe you need some more. I mean, you just got a bunch of experience.
That all went into hacking, not shooting.
All right.
All right. I'm going to remove your crits.
Of course not. Okay.
All right. So you've got night shift. It's the no moon time. I'm not sure what, if anything, you want to do though.
Well, I guess we need to ask if anyone else has gone missing since last time, and we seem to have done it, but we should check.
Like asking who? Asking around the docks area? Like
yeah,
skip?
the people that know and love us in our area. Since
Yeah, give me a gossip roll.
Does somebody do that? I mean, I know I've done it in the past.
I can try it.
I mean, if you're the one asking, give me the roll.
I'll ask.
People do love
Anybody
me.
else? We can all ask if you want to.
I'm not sure they love you that much.
Yo, Floyd, who's been missing recently?
It's Eugene, sir. Okay. So yeah, Griff isn't getting much out of people. Maybe he's just asking the wrong questions. Not so much that they don't like him. Alex is calling, huh? Hold on 1 second. What's up, buddy? Yeah.
What's up?
Alex needs medicine. Can you get a medicine, or are you doing anything?
Yeah, I get a medicine.
He wants orange medicine too, he said.
Yeah, he said he has a headache. Allergic season.
Adam, you got to get engineer, and then you can spend all your endeavors inventing stuff.
Yeah, there have been some people who have gone missing. Whether or not it's the same thing, it's hard to say because there was one guy who owed some money to a loan shark and he disappeared.
The loan shark in the water?
I mean, probably not. That'd be
Sounds like the same
that'd be a little
thing.
too on the nose. People had come down with the plague earlier in the month. There had been one kid had gotten his head caved in by the guard after he tried to stab one for shooting his dog. So there was that.
Yeah.
But none of them particularly fit the just like missing without a trace criteria that you had been looking into. But again, it has not been a moonless night yet, which seemed to be kind of the pattern you had established before.
Well, what about the Baron? Is his goons around?
Yeah, they still control the Underbridge area, as far as you know.
Is that part of our jurisdiction?
So technically, but no one ever goes down there because no one cares, which is kind of a sore point in the town. Like, it did not used to be like that until the Altdorf people came in and took over, and it's kind of a sticking point for a lot of the populace that the Altdorf people who took over suck because they have no control over what's going on down there. But also, being an insider now, you can tell they just don't care. Like, whatever. They're all a bunch of scum anyway. Let those scum, do whatever they want to the other scum. Is kind of their attitude. It would be hard to police that, and none of them want to do hard work. Or any work. In fact, the docks barely gets any patrols at all. You guys are like one of maybe like the 3 groups that nobody likes who does it. You kind of got forced into it.
I mean, we killed a vampire, so they're going to send us on the extra primo tasks, obviously.
Yeah.
It just happens to be what we were already doing.
Rudy, over the course of the last month, has really not messed with you at all. He's just kind of stayed out of your way and not...
You going to make me change my goals?
I don't know what you're going to do. So anyway, I don't know. It's night patrol, the first night of no moon. Now what? But no one in particular seems to have gone missing.
All right.
Had we determined, were we at that point in the docks because we determined that's where most of the disappearances were happening?
Yes.
I thought it was. Oh, I thought
It was
the
near where
disaster-
Sparky's dad worked for fishing, I think.
It's Eugene, sir.
You guys had determined all the disappearances were near the water, mostly around kind of the bridge area. And what you had done was, like, Griff was setting himself up as bait, basically. And the rest of you were. Eric was in plain sight as a guard. And, like, the rest of you, Adam was not there, maybe? I think Adam missed that session.
Yep.
The rest of you were kind of hanging out of sight. But then, you got jumped by some of the Baron's people, who maybe are the ones behind it all. But there was that weird splash in the water and a corpse disappearing. So
Before Griff decided to throw a couple more in.
yeah. Believes every animal deserves a warm meal.
I'm going to do an endeavor to train that thing later. It's going to be great.
Animal training. Gonna cross my arms here and stare at the camera for a bit
Yeah.
until someone tells
Well,
me what you're doing.
we're just gonna patrol around like we're supposed to. See if
Okay.
anything happens.
So you're just gonna okay, gotcha. Are you gonna do it particularly closer to the water or just a completely normal patrol?
I'm gonna do it closer to the water.
I like it. A decision was made. All right. So you guys are out on patrol, and give me I don't know, give me perception rolls.
How about a weapon skill roll?
Can go with no.
Oh man. Somebody knocked my thing from an 80 to a 20, and I think that should count.
How rude. How about you, Rocco?
What?
Perception, sir.
I can do that.
Can you?
I'm gonna perceive the crap out of this.
Will you?
I don't pay a lot of attention because I just know Trent will do that for us.
Wow.
What are eyeballs?
So I don't know what the rest of you all were doing. With the next highest being a -3.
The guy with the worst score did the best. Nice.
They were all looking at I don't know. They had all spotted something real interesting going on the other side of the street.
You're not worse, but
You hadn't noticed, so you weren't looking there.
And I can't raise that skill or stat, so yay.
Well, you can. It just costs more.
Well, really expensive.
Mm-hmm. You do hear a short, very short, like cut off scream coming from the direction of the water. Nobody else noticed because you guys were just walking past the spotted pig, and Harold was like leaning out the door, holding up a mug, saying, "Hey guys, beer's on me," which he's been doing ever since you guys killed the vampire. You don't know where he's getting the money, but it's probably better not to. So they were all looking at him doing that.
All right, I will go to the bar.
No, we're
Make
on
sure there's
patrol.
no problem.
Come on.
What?
There's something happening over the other way.
Bars in our jurisdiction. Okay.
Sure, it is in your jurisdiction.
Can I just get a mug and come right back?
Oh, this is the same. I can't do the same map. That would be.
that's fine.
Nah, we need a different map.
We barely did anything on that map. So,
Let's do that. Let's do this map instead.
okay.
Can you see it, or is it black?
Nope. I do not have a token with vision on this map.
Oh, that's
Now I
much
see.
better.
It's the same map, just going in a different direction, right?
Is it? It might be.
It's not, but it would be
No.
hilarious to start doing that.
So we're on both sides of this river. Is that right?
We'll say you guys were coming from here. I'm just gonna move you. Put Trent in front. He was the one who clearly heard stuff.
Hey, this way, guys.
The spotted pig, was just down there to the south a little bit, and Trent definitely heard like an abbreviated shout.
Probably from the bar. We should check it out.
You can check the bar out after your shift.
It's probably about 10 at night right now. Oh, you know what? Tie the darkness level to the time of day. Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it manually. That's a little too dark. Although, that's a good point. Do you guys walk around with like lanterns?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not
I
me.
had one.
Police lanterns.
Yes, I have a lantern.
Cool.
It's very nice.
I give you guys some light. I feel like that was probably way too big a radius, but whatever.
Make it animated.
I think that's doing a 60-foot. Hold on. Let me edit that guy. That's doing the continual light from D&D.
20 yards.
20 yards for
Says
yeah, that feels big. That's
provides
60 feet, right?
Provides illumination for 20 yards. That's what the lantern says.
Oh, it does?
So 60 feet. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Cool. We'll go
At
with
least
it
that's
then.
what it says when I pop it out.
Not that it matters. We're not doing like the blackness anyway, but it helps give you a sense of where it's dark and where it's not. All right. Yeah, so somewhere up this way, around this building, you heard a scream.
Trent says, follow me, and rushes off.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, not so much rushes off since he's not the one holding the light, but yes.
Okay. I look around. I don't see anything.
Give me perception rolls.
You bastard.
Just established we don't have those.
I'm very motivated to get back to the bar.
Rocco's blinded by his own lantern. Griff, I guess, is the winner here, it looks like. All right, so Rocco and Dirk, you spot, and Griff as well, you spot basically a fishing pole laying right there, which seems weird, like a knocked over bucket of fish. Griff, you actually make out like some blood spattered on like the barrels here next to there, as well as, I guess, well, I'm gonna say it's barrels there, as well as like you're seeing a weird sizzling splotch on the stone, like the stone melted somewhere and it's like smoking just a little bit. But other than that, you don't see anything. Like no one's here.
Oh, get up on the boxes and look in the water.
Cool, give me another perception roll. That's pretty good.
Nice.
You see. Well, do you have a lantern?
I do, and I'm right there.
Are you shining it onto the water for him?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Then you can see a kind of a large form moving under the water, definitely bigger than man-sized. And you actually see like an arm come to the surface. Sorry, a severed arm of a human come to the surface.
Well, I better shoot it. My one
The arm?
shot.
The arm?
No.
Oh.
I mean, that'll probably get hit too.
The thing in the water.
Okay, yeah, you can try a roll. There's going to be a penalty because you're shooting into
Pull that
water.
thing out, I back off.
How fast is it? Can I aim for one round without it getting super far away?
Probably
Or
not.
super low. Okay.
It's poor visibility and it's underwater, so I don't think you'd have a real huge range. Let me check though.
Then we'll have to make its fear checks.
Oh, it's moving fast. It's like it's swimming like as fast as you can run.
Well, that's not real good.
You shoot at the water and it's just, your arrow hits the water and
Look, the location was that arm, just like you said.
there you go. Got it. But yeah, it kind of disappears under the docks, and you're here, and you lose track of it.
I'm gonna put the fish back in the bucket.
Okay, you got it.
All right, Griff, I'm gonna lure him your way. Be ready.
It's going to take me a long time to reload this, but I'll start.
Okay, let me know.
It just ate a person. It's going to come back for one fish.
It's a lot of fish. A bucket of fish.
Okay. I did just watch Jaws yesterday. I don't know if this will work.
So what are you doing? Just dump it in the water?
He's reloading his gun, and I'm gonna dump my bucket in when he's done.
Oh, is that your gun you shot with? Oh, I missed that. That's very loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just watch business. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
We need to put up signs here. I'll make us some signs to post here.
All right, ready, Griff?
Yeah.
All right. I heave all the fish. I throw the whole bucket in the water right here.
Splash. They're floating near the arm.
And
But
then I
at the
yell,
moment-
help, like I'm drowning.
Gotcha. The water does not stir. You guys are standing there, shining your lights in there, aiming your musket or whatever at it, but just some time passes and nothing seems to be happening.
All right. Can we go to the bar now?
You tried.
Does anyone recognize that arm? Does it have like a ring on it or a bracelet or anything?
Tattoos?
Or a tattoo?
Yeah, sure. It's got
Can
tattoos.
someone eat it and learn the memories?
Wrong game. Who could do that? That was Divinity 2, but who was was it all elves? That's
Yeah.
weird, man. Very weird.
Are there any fishing nets nearby where we could try and get that arm out
Yeah, you can fish it out if you want.
without me shoving Rocco in there to get it? Okay.
Well, I mean, shoving Rocco in would probably be the quickest way to do it.
All right, we'll do that.
And you'd
Whatever
probably get to the
works
bar
best.
faster. Yeah, you can fish the arm out.
Yeah, and then particularly if it has any identifying features, that'll be good to know.
Few people have stuck their heads out of nearby buildings, seen you guys, like they were curious what the noise is, seen you guys, and just immediately like closed their windows again, like they don't want any part of that. What's Bernard doing? Going for a good look?
Yeah, I mean, they were trying to get something out from under the dock. You said, I obviously didn't see it. I didn't know what they were trying to accomplish.
I think Griff's really the only one who saw it, and it was just a big, hulking, shadowy form, like
Water
almost,
monster.
probably like Geno-sized.
Like a werewolf, but for the lake. I heard it was called the Lone Shark.
It looked vaguely humanoid. Like you're pretty sure you could make out arms and legs, but it was big.
Right. I'm trying to provide as much light as possible in the areas they're looking at with my lantern.
I think it got its person and it's leaving.
I mean, the river's flowing. For that matter, probably the fish are slowly moving their way downstream because this is a river, so it actually flows by. But yeah, you do fish the arm out at least. But yeah, nothing seems to be. No one's like, "Hey guys, here I am. Come shoot me." You need a bigger boat.
Yeah, I don't see anything down here.
Maybe we should put the arm back and not report this. I don't want to be put on water vampire duty.
I do appreciate you putting yourself out there as bait just for me, just in case, Dave. That was nice. I appreciate it. It was tempting. It was tempting.
And if he's dragging you off, and the only thing we can do is kill you, I can't shoot you anymore because I promised.
Mm-hmm. It's true. And we all know Griff's a man of his word.
True.
Well,
All
Harold's
right,
offering free beer.
Yeah, we should get some signs up or tell someone something. Get the word out. Don't go here when the moon's out.
When the moon's not out.
You'll end up when the moon's not out. Yeah, whatever. It's an even easier picture to draw.
Yeah, I want to see that picture. All right. You guys drink while you're on duty?
No.
I
No.
assume that's
I'm
fine.
gonna keep patrolling up and down this dock because it seems like these docks are
But it's free.
the ones that. Well, you go have one for me then.
Hey, Dave, give me a perception roll.
We've already established that can't be done.
I say I will stick with.
Is everybody sticking?
Bernard,
Is anyone
so-
not sticking with Bernard?
Jesus.
Jesus. Bernard. He might need glasses or something. Is anyone not sticking with Bernard?
Sounds like everybody's staying.
I'm
All right,
going
well,
with it.
those of you who are staying, give me perception rolls. Those of you who are drinking, give me consume alcohol rolls.
Trent seemed disapproving of hanging out at the bar on duty, so I guess I can't do that.
Rudy was all for it.
Yeah, we learned from the best.
Yeah. Dirk made his roll. Holy cow. Rocco has not made one.
Drinking?
No. I don't know. Whichever one you're doing.
I'll look around.
Dirk, you are the only one who notices as you guys are patrolling. You're kind of catching, like, up in the second story of one of the buildings. There's some guys up there who are kind of like keeping an eye on you as you guys walk back and forth over the kind of this area of the docks. It's not like it's right outside where you just heard the scream or anything, but like this general area where you're patrolling, you're starting to gather some attention. This is pretty close to the bridge area where you encountered people last time. But anyway, yeah, you're the one who notices. There's definitely some people who are kind of hanging out up in a second story there. You catch them, like, occasionally as you're walking by, you like see the curtain move, or it's kind of after a number of repetitions of this, you're starting to be like, yeah, there's someone up there. They're watching. But, you know, beyond
Just
that.
a general interest in what we're doing, or are they?
Yeah, I mean, who can say? Most people in this area just like they see the watch, they go the other way, right? They close their door. They don't want any part of you guys because most of the watch really sucks, and is just there to, you know, extort them basically, or beat them up just for fun, or, you know, kill their dog. You guys have a little bit better reputation here, at least, but yeah, I don't know. It's just some shifty figures watching you, but nothing seems to happen as a result of it. Unless you make something happen. I don't know. Otherwise, yeah, your night.
Is this at
Pass.
the dock or somewhere else?
This is so. There's the whole kind of the district of the docks, right?
Yeah.
And you guys are patrolling a section. My understanding was you're patrolling particularly close to the water this time.
Okay.
The area where this is happening is close to the underbridge area, which normally you try not to go to, or at least the watch tries not to go to.
Yeah.
These guys are pretty close to there, which you know is where all the criminals are, or many of the criminals.
You know what we should do? Go up and knock on the door.
And actually, for context, Adam, since you weren't here for the last time, the party had been poking around under the bridge, and the guys who had jumped them were basically like, "Hey, the watch doesn't belong here. This is our territory. Get out." And that's when the fight happened, which the party pretty handily won.
It's like gangland.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
You can go knock on the door.
Out of here. No. I learned that lesson.
Oh.
In a different timeline.
All right. Well, your rest of your night passes without too much event. Do you want to try anything the next night? Or you're like, F this, not worth it.
Yeah, I think we should come back the next night.
You gonna do anything different, or are you just gonna patrol again?
How easy
Maybe-
is it to get access to the morgue?
Well, we've spread word around the bar and anywhere else not to stand by the docks after sundown.
Well,
When
if
the
you're
moon is gone.
if you are spreading that, give me a gossip roll. But also, Adam, to your question, there is not a morgue. Well, there kind of is, but it's not in the city. It's actually outside the city because they've had problems 100 or 200 years ago where a necromancer in the mountains basically raised all the dead in the city to come up. So no one's allowed to be buried in the city, and the dead are not allowed in the city anymore. There's what's called Moore's Field outside the city, which is where dead bodies would go before they're buried.
I want to get a dead body on the up and up. Official police business.
I don't know how you get a dead body on the up and up.
There's people dying all the time, right? I know what the medieval life is like.
I'm not like your guard, and you've got some authority, but I don't know that you've got the authority to say, I want, like, that person died, I want their body, it's mine now. I don't think you have that flexibility yet.
So you're saying we need a little bit more authority.
Isn't there a guy that walks around collecting dead bodies?
They're not a guy, but yeah, if people die, there would be people who haul them out to Morsefield. Yeah.
I want to
Maybe
go
you
talk
should
to the
join
guy
the
that
church.
runs that job in this neighborhood.
Okay. That's fine. You probably know Mikey.
Yeah,
Mikey,
Mikey.
the guy who does that.
Hook me up, Mikey.
Hook you up with what?
A dead body. The freshest one you got.
Listen, man, I don't ask
I'll buy you a
questions.
beer.
No, it's gonna cost you more than a beer. I don't want to know what you're doing with it. Okay.
For the good of the people of this village.
There is this old guy who died today who no one's gonna miss him. But I mean, I could get in big trouble for that. That's gonna. You have to give me a gold crown, man.
Gold.
But again, I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't know what you want to do with him, and I don't want to know. That's
Do I have any
between.
dirt on this guy? Do I know he's up to? Everyone's up to something, right? This guy's
Well,
gotta be up to something.
clearly he's willing to sell bodies, but beyond that, no, probably not. I don't think you've established your.
Let's give him a gold and then arrest him for taking bribes.
It's a sting.
It's kind of a two-edged sword there, but. What? No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Are you all there, or is this just Rocco on his own talking to this guy?
Just
This
rock.
is just Rocco.
Oh, this is probably during the day, right? Before your shift?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. New plan. We'll go to that house.
You can haggle him too, if it's the price that you're...
No.
Okay.
New plan. We'll go to the house where the people obviously want to kill us. We'll kill them
You get your own
and
bodies.
throw them in the water.
I like this. This is problem solving.
2 birds, 1 stone. Fine.
What problem do we think we're solving?
We got to get this thing.
He wants better
us,
bait.
right? Yeah.
Let's get a dead body, get a hook in it, tie a rope to it, get some skis.
Exactly.
Well, we got to find out where his lair is.
I want that drawing now.
Is there such a thing as a Warhammer bomb we could put inside the dead body?
I mean, there probably are some form of explosives, I bet, given that...
We have Black
They have
powder.
gunpowder, but I don't know. Definitely not like C4 where you hit the trigger and boom.
Well, I'm thinking like, you know how you can throw dynamite in the water and it kills all the fish?
Yeah.
'Cause of the shockwave?
They don't have rules for it. For sure, explosives exist. They would not be cheap or easy to acquire, though. I mean, if you think about just what a gun costs.
That's fair.
Or, with that invent action, that's something you could like build on your own.
Get the engineer talent, and we'll start building our own bombs and use them for every encounter.
It's also engineering would probably be the skill you use to like set it and use it. And if you don't have that, it's real dangerous. Probably adding explosives. I like where your mind's at, though.
One bomb in the ranged weapons
Do that
is
one?
a mere 3 gold, and it does plus 12 damage with a blast radius of 5, and its dangerous and has impact.
That's pretty good. What does it cost?
3 gold.
That's not bad.
Let's just go down to the corner bomb shop. Ask if we can do a test drive before we.
Well, I mean, there probably would be like the equivalent of a gun shop, which more or less would be where maybe you could get a bomb at.
All right. Third plan. Is there anywhere we can buy a scarecrow?
Sure.
All right.
That's probably got to be like a silver shilling at most.
Cow meat. How much is cow meat?
You could just get some straw and stuff some shirts.
Yeah. How much is a body's worth of cow meat?
Oh,
That's a lot.
If you want to just go start collecting dogs, they're going to kill them anyway.
that might actually be comparable to the dead body. Yes, yeah. Well, you know what? They do have hog pits here. You could probably get a hog and slaughter it. That wouldn't be that expensive.
That sounds good. All right, I buy a scarecrow and the cheapest meat I can afford.
I would imagine a whole hog would be pretty expensive.
You guys have rumors the Halfling clan actually gets rid of their bodies in the hog pit here. It's called the hog pit because there actually is like an area in the docks where there's like this huge pit of hogs and there's like boards over it that you just walk over it like a sidewalk. Do they have
anything on a body except the teeth?
Yeah, they'll go. Really? Just not the teeth?
That's what I've heard.
Weird. Like they eat the teeth, but they eat the teeth and then they poop them back out, or they just very carefully eat around the teeth. Like,
Oh, man.
hey, you can't just say that. Give me the details.
They suck
Yeah,
on the
according
teeth.
to Snatch, you have to remove the teeth and the
Yeah, the pigs will eat it. It's just bad for them.
yeah.
Oh, you don't. Yeah, you don't want to. Here, animals. What do animals cost? Dude, 15 gold, 10 gold for a pony.
Okay.
Two gold for a dog. They don't have pigs in here. I'm gonna say like, I don't know. I'm making this up right now. We're gonna say like, let's see. A chicken is 5 pennies. Let's just say like 3 silver shillings for a hog.
You're insane.
I don't need a whole
Well, what
hog.
would it be? I don't know.
Listen.
I
I'm
mean,
going
one
out
hog
there.
is going to feed like 30 people.
Yeah.
One
Where's the nearest
chicken's going to
tavern?
feed like 2.
Yeah.
The nearest tavern. I'm going out back, looking through their, the equivalent of the dumpster.
Oh, you want the butcher shop? You guys
Yeah,
know
yeah.
you guys know a butcher
Yeah, exactly.
who
Going
you
to the butcher.
helped. You helped him when his place was burning down. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can go to him. He'd be happy to just give you like the stuff he can't use if that's what you want.
The
Yeah.
bad cut. The
Yeah,
garbage.
Awful.
Narwab Ditme is his name.
Arwab.
He's happy. I actually probably pronounced that totally wrong. Here, I'm going to post his name. You guys tell me as soon as I find it again. It's Narby Ditwin. Let's try this. Narby Ditwin? Is that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Narby Ditwin.
Narvi. Hook a brother up.
Yeah, yeah, man. I got some all kinds of carcasses for you.
Perfect.
Not the heads though. People like those for some reason.
That's all right. I don't need a head.
All right. He just gives you like you want it in a sack.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. He gives you a sack that is kind of bloody, but here you go.
Okay.
Nice, heavy, hefty, bloody sack of pig and
Awesome.
chicken remains, and
Yes.
maybe a goat in there.
Yep.
Yeah, you got it. It's all yours.
I buy a scarecrow, or make a scarecrow.
Sure. So talk me through the whole thing here. Get me into that point.
I
You
build a
guys-
scarecrow with
Okay.
meat.
All right.
I tie a rope around the scarecrow.
So it's more or less like you're taking some clothes and stuffing them full of meat. But you
Straw.
want it to hold together. Yeah, okay.
Right.
I mean, do you really need the straw once you have the meat? Sure. I like this. Let's see how it turns out.
Okay. All right, we're gonna get back on the boxes.
There's got to be a skill for this that can tell me how great your art piece turns out.
Fishing for monsters.
No, like I don't know. It might be the best meat-filled scarecrow ever, or it might just be an abomination that's terrifying to look at.
Technically, there is an art skill.
What's the base? What's the base for that? Oh, you've got art. Yeah, give me your art skill. There's
Just pay kids brass pennies to stand along the shore.
you're supposed to have a. By the way, you're supposed to have a specialty on your art, but whatever.
Oh,
Mine did not get a spell.
Well,
Oh, you don't even have a point in it yet, but
if you put a point in it, you then would start picking specialty. I believe.
yeah.
I'll work on it.
Wow.
It's not
Well,
clear
it
for me.
looks awful, but it serves the purpose you were trying to make it serve. It's just no one's going to ask you to make them a meat scarecrow.
Normal people only have 2 arms and 2 legs, sir.
This one's got 3 legs.
I like that it has a beak and a snout.
Are you just gonna set it on the edge of the dock and
No. I'm getting a rope. I'm tying the rope around its waist.
How
And
good
then
are
I'm
you?
gonna tie
I'm
the
not.
other end around something immovable.
yeah? But it's snatching things off the dock. I hope you're not gonna just pitch it in the water and hope it
I'm
grabs it.
gonna put it on the edge of the water.
The last guy at Snatch looked like he was probably about here, just so you know.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna ambush this thing, right? We're gonna get in position.
Sure.
Griff's
Sure.
gonna load his gun.
All right. So this thing's up on the dock, but it's got a rope on it. But it's like
I'm gonna
standing
pop-
up like it's a person.
Oh, I'm gonna sit him on he's sitting on this crate, like on
Okay.
top of it.
And this is not necessarily the same spot as last night. This is just a different place in the dock
Yeah,
near
that's
the water. Okay. I'll keep the same map just because it's easier. But
Sure.
all right. So you got your flesh dummy here.
Uh-huh. It's tied to something.
Of course it is.
The rope- Yeah.
So you got a rope around your makeshift scarecrow thing.
Right.
Which is then the rope is tied to where? Like up here somewhere? Like it's running along the ground and tied to a pole or something?
Exactly.
Sure. Okay.
Or
And
should we tie it
then-
to, like a barrel so it floats. I'll tie it to a barrel so it floats. Like
No.
a buoy.
You want it to leave with the barrel instead of stay here where we can get it?
It's just gonna let go. You think it's gonna eat it whole?
It ate everything but an arm on the last one.
Okay, fine. I tie it to a pole.
Okay.
So I have to speak up here. Since no, not in a bad way, but since Andrew had said earlier that he had just watched Jaws recently, this is the fishing in the middle of the night with the roast scene. You realize this?
Yeah. We're gonna need a bigger boat.
All right. So I put your... Where are you guys going to be?
awful ways, but hopefully we can get there, like sprint there and around or something.
Yeah, I'm standing back by this.
Well, that'd be like within 16 meters or yards then for most of you.
Yeah.
Like, are you just standing in the street? Are you hiding like in the house? I'm sure you can get someone to open the door for you. They're all scared of you enough to do that.
Probably down an alley.
Okay. Here, you'll have better cover if I do this. So let's move this thing over here. Then you kind of have this alley here on that side.
Okay.
Sure.
Something like that.
Yep.
All right. Got a fishing pole propped up next to it.
Sure.
Sure.
Are you guys dousing your lanterns?
We should put
Is
one
there-
by the guy.
Did the fishing guy have any light?
No. Didn't seem like he did. Seemed like he was.
Absolute dark?
I mean, I guess there wasn't much moonlight. There's light coming from like the building and stuff. But no, it was pretty dark overall.
All right.
Well, let's put it this way: if he did have a light, it went in the water with him.
I don't want to scare this thing off with light, but I was assuming that guy probably had something.
Yeah, if he did, you did not see it.
Okay.
Is there some way to make a lantern like
Wait,
obscure it and then?
Wait, are you putting the lantern by the dummy, or are you like holding it where you are down the alley?
I was going to douse it.
Oh, okay, you were down. My bad.
Can I point the lantern towards the building? So it's like still on and ready to go.
It's open all the way around, so it's 360 degrees of light. So pointing it somewhere doesn't really do any good.
I mean, you could get a hooded lantern if you want. That's fine.
Yeah. I do that.
So you have light, but it's like not. You're trying to keep it from aiming down the alley. Is that what you're going for? I'm
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
unclear.
point it,
Okay,
like in a corner.
sure. All right. I'm going to make it a little lighter on the map just so it's easier for us to see what's going on. But it's, it's very light. Obviously, it's still dark out. Griff's just hanging out up front.
Well, I'm, kneeling down or something. There were boxes at the other place I was behind, but there's no boxes.
I mean,
over
there's
here.
boxes right here.
That's pretty far away.
Is it? All right.
There with the sprint.
Although if it's far away, then he can't dodge. So there's that.
I mean, you could also move
Just
some
go
boxes, right? We could just say you moved some boxes right here or something if you want.
Here you go.
I don't want him to be able to dodge, though. Mechanically.
I assume you were all making some effort at stealth.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to roll a stealth check for everybody. I have to do
I
one by one.
decided to name our little meat boy Eugene.
It's Skippy, sir.
Those are all public roles, sort of.
Oh, were they? Oh, you know what? I did. I turned on my public rolls last week. I'm turning them back off. Screw you guys. All right. Well-
Not that it matters since.
Yeah, if
someone
you're
else
around a
wants to
corner,
roll,
that's a whole different thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So, you guys are waiting and waiting. And Griff, give me a perception roll.
Oh, no, I don't need one. I'm concentrating.
This is probably close to midnight. Well, you were concentrating so hard that
I'm going to
And-
waste a point.
actually, really, everyone but Eric, give me a perception roll now. Griff didn't hear anything.
You made me up for a reason. She made me up for a reason. Sorry, I was muted you so I could listen to stuff.
So if you made this perception roll effectively,
You're muted, Derek.
sorry, if you made this perception roll effectively, you're not surprised. You might not want to do anything anyway right now. But if you made your perception roll, you see this thing as it is starting to pull itself up out of the water. It's this I don't know if you see the token. You can hover over it. It's like this massive. It's like a cross between like a troll and a fish man. It's clearly intelligent and clearly humanoid. And it pulls itself up out of the water. And it's like sniffing the dummy and looking at it. And like it reaches out like a clawed finger. And it rips off a hunk of the meat and it's like smelling it. And it looks at the rope. And it's actually like its gaze is following the rope, like up where it's tied. And then it kind of starts looking around. Like clearly this thing is not just a mindless
shoot
beast.
it.
Okay. Did you make your perception roll?
I
You
did
almost
on my reroll.
Of the guy.
Looks like everyone did.
I did not.
Bernard did, and I mean Trent, it wouldn't matter right now because he can't see. But
Yep.
all right, then Griff, go ahead and give me a roll. Oh wait, don't wait, but don't hit the rest yet. Let me put you in combat so it does what it needs to do.
Critical.
Yay.
Why did it only put Dirk in combat? All right, we're going to Griff. So you shot this thing, right? Let's see.
You still got public rolls on if we're not supposed to be seeing that.
Well, they didn't show results or what he was rolling.
I didn't roll anything other than, I think, initiative, which I don't know if that one ever was hidden.
And a size thing
Um,
came up.
Oh, that's normal. Yeah, it probably shouldn't tell you the name, but whatever. This thing is terrifying well, not terrifying. It's fearful to look at since terror actually has meaning in this game. That's the sort of thing where if you were to want to get closer to this thing, you would need a check. Or if it comes closer to you, you'll need a check. However, just shooting it like you are fine. My wife's having a bad wow rate, apparently. So it looks like you hit. And it was large, so you actually had a bonus, which I don't know if it counted for.
So it says it caused fear to us, but it didn't actually put it on our sheet.
It doesn't, and I think that's okay.
Okay.
Well, let me double check.
Oh, now it popped up with an apply button.
Yeah, I gotta apply to you guys, I guess. I guess technically, I think you're at -10 while you're afraid to do things. If you fail this roll, which I guess is just gonna roll automatically for everyone when I do this. Dirk's fine. Rocco's a little fearful. Doesn't cause you any real problem.
Yeah, it looks like everybody lost, but Dirk.
Oh, it actually put the fear in you. All right. Given all that, it would have been a miss, except this is size large, and I believe that actually gives you a plus something to hit, which didn't get accounted for.
He also got a critical.
Yeah, I saw that. Did you target it when you rolled?
No, I'm stupid.
All right, target it, roll again, and then I'll just change the roll to be a 33.
Just roll 33 again.
That would do too. That's pretty close. So you can go ahead and do damage. I think.
Aww. Oh, I hit him in the arm though.
Yeah, that was the crit.
Bleeding's good. I don't know.
Bleeding is good.
Did it not show up with the normal damage? Looks like it didn't.
I don't know. Oh, well, it was a miss.
Did you do ranged black powder, or did you do your actual gun when you rolled?
Oh, I did range black powder. I'm dumb.
God damn it! Roll again.
It was a hit. It was a 33, and your target's 79, right?
But he didn't use the weapon, so it doesn't know how to do the damage part. There we go. See? Oh, and now it actually got all the modifiers in there, too. Okay. Yeah, definitely use the weapon in the future. Because now it got, like, the point blank in there. It looks like maybe it got size in there. Yep, it got all the modifiers in there now. Okay. I'll just hit apply damage. All right, so you blast this thing. Wherever the hell it ended up hitting after all those things. It says the right arm, although I think the crit went to the left leg. So whatever.
It did.
That's fine. It was kind of like a shotgun blast anyway, so it goes everywhere. The thing roars in surprise and pain as Griff's gun goes off. I'm trying to remember what the cool test. It's weirdly low.
Okay.
That applies even if you're not hit. That's cool. All right. You shot it. It roars in pain. You see blood splatter everywhere. The rest of you who were not surprised, were you doing anything? Definitely this thing's scary as hell to look at, but...
I'm good. I'll turn my light on.
Not yet. I want to see what this thing freaking does.
Okay. This
Taking out my weapons now, seeing if I run away.
What does this thing do? Well, actually, that it was surprised that round, so it doesn't do anything this round.
Ooh, I could get half my reload done then if it's just sitting there. But
Yeah, there you go.
I don't think that'll work.
Apply the bleeding. Did it do it? Do I have to do it twice?
It told me I lacked permission to update that token.
Weird. Oh, I probably... I don't know, whatever. Anyway. Back to the top. Dirk, are you doing anything now that you're... It sounded like you were watching. So far, it hasn't done anything. Okay. Rocco, you turned your light on. You do anything else?
Nope.
Oh, you those of you who are scared can make a cool test from the end of last round just to see if it went away. That certainly did not. Nor did that. Nor did that. I think it's big and scary, man. Oh, I'll have to find it later. Actually,
in your face.
Oh, you rerolled. Gotcha.
On the button.
Dude, on the dot. That's pretty nice. All right, let me get rid of your fear.
And then I made it.
Nice. Ooh, that doubled your fear.
That's worse.
What? Your token tells me you have fear, but
It's not listed in my character sheet.
it's not listed in your effects either.
I don't like that.
It probably doesn't matter. Hold on, I'm deleting you for a second.
Oh no, Hey, my gun's reloaded. That's amazing.
How do you have fear but no effect?
We've got the little fear icon.
Yeah, no. So I applied it through like that apply dialogue, and
Do you want us to get rid of it?
can
I
you?
tried. I can't.
I don't even see it in your effects list.
Hold on.
If you go to the
hold
upper
on.
right,
In the upper right, if you right-click on it, you can delete or disable the sphere.
You have to write a what?
The screen.
In mine, in the upper right of my entire screen, up
Oh.
near...
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
handy.
thank you.
That's nice. That's just I thought that was just an add-on that showed your effects in more detail, but yeah, okay.
Well, you have to right click it. You get a menu.
Well, I'm glad that thing found it. All right. So I'm sorry. Where were we? Rocco, what were you doing? Nothing. Or
Turning my light on him.
yeah, I was on. You turned it on last round. That's the new round.
Backing up a little.
Sure. Bernard, what do you want to do, if anything?
What would it take to approach this thing?
Another cool test. If
All
you
right.
succeed, you can do it, and if you fail, you can't. There you go. You're no longer scared.
Okay. All right.
I thought I was gonna charge it just all by myself and die. Now we can die together.
Okay. I'm gonna run up.
Bye.
Can I can take a swing at it?
Yeah, if it was in your range. Your run range.
What range?
Whatever for you, 16 probably.
Okay.
What do you want us to do with your arm when that's all that's left?
I should buy a helmet.
Use it as bait.
Use it as bait again to try and get this thing.
I hit it in the head. How tall is it?
Pretty tall. But whatever.
I'm 6'5". I probably could reach his head.
I wonder what it's gonna roll. It probably has, plus 100 or something.
God, it actually does have a hook. I'm trying to see if I can find the. They described it as shoot. It's using like.
Like an anchor.
Well, it is like an anchor essentially. So yeah, it tries to parry with that. You hit it though.
All right.
Right in the head.
Hit the apply damage button.
Yeah, go for it.
I do not have permission to apply damage to that actor.
Damn it. Whatever, I'll do it. You guys used to be able to hit a play?
I don't remember.
Yeah, whatever.
It does tell me it's damage reduction, though. Am I supposed to be able to see that?
I mean, whatever. Probably not, but I can live with it.
All right.
Yeah,
You
so the
probably
thing,
have some sense of how good your blow is.
the thing's big and tough, and it's got big scaly hide. All right, that was you.
Yep.
Trent.
Waiting for Trent's blessings to do something. Very excited.
That's right.
If is not in the combat, probably because you deleted his token.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I
usually
will
go
come
for the
around and try a effect. We'll try that one.
This could be the time. Oh,
Nope.
Hey, you can
Okay.
spend one thingy and succeed exactly.
sure.
Yeah, okay, I
We
will.
got some. Spin them.
Who are you applying it to?
Is it better if you succeed more or no?
Yeah.
In this case, I don't need to, though.
Oh, is it already enough people?
There's only one person still feared.
Okay. He can increase duration or number of targets or range with more successes.
Yeah.
So who's this getting applied to?
Rocco.
The feared guy.
Giving him an extra 10 willpower so he has an extra chance to.
Nice. I've applied it to him. Also, I was looking at this the other day. You can use leadership as well to give your party members bonuses to psychology tests. Assuming, like, I would say if you're scared, you probably can't use leadership to make them not scared. But if you're not scared, then you
Fair enough.
Seems like it would actually be worse
So-
for you.
in its own way, that's not great because again, it's the exact same skill that Prey is off of or stats. So
different skill. Well, other people can do it, so maybe it's
Sure.
useful for them.
Yeah,
all right.
I'll try it eventually. My leadership will be 50.
Griff, are you reloading or are you charging up there?
No, I put my gun on the ground and pulled out my
Yep.
shield and axe, and I'm hacking it in twain.
Okay,
Yeah,
run on
Dave.
up there.
My leadership skill is what I get my income off of, and I can't raise the stat it's based off of.
Yeah, not yet. Maybe next level.
No, 4th.
Oh, God. That's ass.
Oh, that was a real bad roll. Yeah, you cleave down into this thing's arm. Blood goes flying everywhere. It's roaring in pain. You've made really big gashes all over it. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything on this guy.
I don't know if it matters with natural armor, but I totally do a point of armor damage.
It does not.
They died and they got the buff, so
Sorry.
he's that stuff.
All right. And it really wants to be out of there. Let's see.
Oh, did I get plus 20 because Bernard was attacking it too?
No, but in this case, it didn't matter. It's larger, so it takes more people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I made a roll for it, and I gotta go check what it was. Missed by... Yeah, okay. Oh, apply hack. Oh, that's what that was trying to do with the armor. Okay. You guys can both take another swing at it as it dives into the water. Or tries. Yeah, that'll hit. How about you, Bernard?
I hit. My
You did.
roll happened before Griff's.
Oh. I wonder if that was...
Can I use 4 advantage to hit it twice? Or no? It'll run away.
Hey, Dave, hit that crit button.
Maybe it won't matter.
If you want, you can use advantage. I see. It is a thing you are allowed to do.
All right, I'll give it.
Bleeding, prone, and stunned.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's in the water. It just dove into the water, but yeah, you catch its knee as it's going in. Hack it.
So yeah, I would use. It was 4 advantage for another attack. That's the
Sure.
rules. All right. We'll totally, probably just. Oh,
This one I need to give it a defense on, whereas the other one's smart.
I'm gonna re-roll. Maybe it will. Maybe I'll miss worse.
Okay. Those last 2 hits you guys had were undefended because it was fleeing. This one, since it's an extra attack, it's going to be like your other attack where it actually can defend.
It won't. I can't re-roll on a hit, I guess.
Really?
Which is fine. Yeah, that's actually probably good.
Are
I
you
can
out
add
of
one.
hits?
No,
Oh.
You're not allowed to do.
Okay.
but I don't want to add one. I'll just hit marginally, maybe.
Let's see what it does. It did parry that blow.
Okay. And then I don't know how you remove 4 advantage, but
Despite minus 20 for prone, minus 10 for stunned, and minus 20 for tests relying on mobility. Yeah, really good roll. Okay, so the thing kind of splashes into the water and then like tries swimming away, but doesn't get too far, given that it's kind of stunned.
How shallow is the water there?
It's not really. That could go over your head right there. It's not really a shore. It's more like,
I'm gonna run back to my gun and start reloading it.
Okay.
Is it actually swimming away, or is it just kind of in the water?
I will tell you as soon as I double check how stunned works. You are incapable of taking action on your turn, but are capable of half your movement. It is trying to swim away. It's just not doing it very quickly. Right now, it's probably about there, and it's just barely under the water, probably. Let me double check your crit on it. Because that broken knee can't be helping. Bleeding, prone didn't really matter. It's not far. Like, given the crit, it got into the water, but that was probably all during that turn. Yeah, maybe. So in a new round, it is blood all over in the water. The thing's thrashing, and it's kind of trying to submerge. Rocco, you're feeling great.
All right. I'm going to run up to it.
All right. It's in the water. Are you jumping in the water?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. That'd be great.
Can I move and attack?
Hmm?
Can I move and attack?
Yes, but it's in the water.
Just tie
Okay.
Eugene's rope to you and jump on it.
Like, try to think of like the pier and the edge is like maybe 2 feet above where the water is, and the river's flowing by. So, like, to attack down into that be difficult with like a melee weapon.
Yeah, I'm jumping in, baby.
Hell yeah, jumping right on it.
Hatchet first. Yep.
I love it. Make an athletics check, not to see if you can do that, but just to see how much style you do it with.
Okay.
Yes, look okay. Look good.
Sweet.
I'll have to wait until it kills you before I shoot now, but that's okay.
All right, make a
Or maybe I can just
Melee-
hand it to
melee
Bernard
attack.
and tell him to pull the trigger.
Chappy.
Is that prayer of courage? It gave him some courage, for sure. That actually misses. So unless you re-roll or something.
Sure, I'll reroll.
All right.
Uh-oh. That's not a good case to fumble.
Oh.
I love
Straight to his waiting mouth.
it. Your melee weapon jars badly or rain. You know what? So what probably makes sense here? You jump in and you look cool doing it, and you bring your hatchet down, but rather than hit it, you catch a piece of the pier or something right there. Your weapon's jarred out of your hand and drops into the water.
Okay.
But you're fine.
All right.
Other than you're all wet now, and you like kind of landed on the thing, but it's trying to submerge basically. So you don't really stay on it or anything, but you looked really cool. Other than probably no one noticed you lost your weapon. It's dark.
I mean, from my vantage point, it looked awesome.
I think I said it was your turn, but really it was Dirk's. Dirk, you do anything?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get over there. I think.
Okay.
And maybe, I don't know how much distance I can cover and actually do a thing.
16. As soon as your thing turns red, you've gone too far. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't quite get to it, so I guess I'm getting near there.
Okay. You get a good view of Rocco. Does Rocco know how to swim?
He BRB'd, so we'll have to find out later.
He does not know how to swim.
Isn't that just? Is there an actual swim skill, or is it just
It's an advanced
athletics?
skill. You can't.
There sure is.
Okay.
Yeah, none of us had it in that very first adventure either.
That just makes it better.
How
You'll be
deep
fine.
is the water here?
Enough to go over your head, but not too much deeper than that right here. It gets pretty deep, even just a little bit further in, though.
Okay.
All
Probably
right. Bernard, what you doing? Rocco's there.
It's probably not over my head then.
I mean, maybe not.
Um,
But if you're wearing like a breastplate and stuff, or, you know, armor, that's probably not great for
yeah.
swimming.
Is that rope still over here?
Yeah, it's tied to the dummy. You just kick the dummy in there.
How much slack does it have?
That's a good question. How much slack did you guys give it? Probably a little bit to get it. I don't know.
I mean, Adam did it. None of us can swim. I don't think we wanted it too far out, but Adam did do it.
It needed at least a little bit because otherwise the rope would have been obvious and taut across the street, right?
Sure. Yeah. So my intention is to take the rope with me when I go in and try to grapple this thing.
Okay. So you're jumping into the water with the rope?
With the
Leave
rope.
your money pouch before you go.
And you want to like somehow get the rope on this thing.
Well, whether it's I just want to make sure that I have a way to get myself back to shore.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to grab
So if I
the
can have one arm around it and one arm on a rope, you know, if that's
Okay.
the best I can do, then fine.
So yeah, first give me an athletics roll to see how cool you look,
All right.
because that's important to know.
Cooler than Rocco.
All right, yeah. You
I
rip the rope right off the straw meat dummy, which falls apart quickly, and you jump in. And I don't know, give me a brawl roll maybe to try to grapple. I think there's grapple rules.
Well, crit success by 1 point.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me. You are trying to grapple, right?
I'm what?
You are trying to grapple, right?
I'm trained in brawling.
Are you trying to punch it, or are you trying to grab onto it?
I didn't want it to get away. How fast did you say it was going?
Not real fast because it's stunned and it's got a broken leg. Like fast enough that even if it moves 4 yards, right, it's out into the middle. It's out into the water. Good ways.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to grapple it. It's grapple us.
So
Do you need that in particular?
if you win the opposed test, you and your opponent are grappling, and your opponent gains the entangled condition.
I think there's something about large though. This might be something you would quickly decide you don't want to do, because I think I remember with large creatures you don't even win unless you critical. And I think you did. Let me look up the rule for them. It might be critical, like the skill kind of critical, where you have to have 0 to 5.
Doing.
Right. I didn't think my club was going to do too much under the water. So.
For an opposed strength test, if one creature is 2 or more steps larger, it wins automatically. If it's 1 step larger, you must roll a critical to contest the roll. That's if it tries to grapple you. All right. Where did we see grapple, Eric? Did you have a page?
No, because I'm using the pop out from.
Gotcha. Grappling. Here we go. I happen to turn to it. Unarmed combat, melee brawling. Instead of inflicting damage, you can attempt to grapple. If you win the opposed test, you and your opponent are grappling. All right, well, I guess I need to make a brawl for it.
Hey Adam, how much slack did you have on that rope to Little Meat Boy?
I don't know, 10 feet.
I broke it. Sorry. Broke your dummy.
He's not holding it, is he?
I am.
Bernard destroyed little Meat Boy so you could get the rope and jump in after you. And I think I'm going to jump in too because everybody else is doing it.
I don't think the crits matter, but you do give it the entangled condition.
Okay. I'm trying to hold it here so it doesn't get away.
Yep.
On its turn, it can't move, and all its actions involving movement of any kind suffer a -10 penalty. For your action, you can remove entangled if you win an opposed strength test. So the good news is you're keeping it from moving. The bad news is it's probably going to escape the grapple pretty quick, just based on its size. But
It's not optimistic.
Pull us to shore. I've got one hand on it and one hand on the rope. Pull us to shore.
I already forgot what I said for the large creature.
How much?
You had to crit,
I
right?
think this thing weighs, Dave.
For the strength test or whatever.
Yes.
I've got a hold of his left leg. Is that the broken one?
Let me check.
Broken knee, location.
Right leg is the broken one.
Okay.
All right. So, just to recap, Rocco jumps on this thing and loses his axe, but he splashes in the water next to it, and then realizes he doesn't know how to swim. Bernard jumps in, bringing a rope with him, and starts trying to bear hug the thing, and so far is successful. He's wrapped around the leg. Trent is doing what?
Pulling the rope in now.
Sure, give me. Well, I don't know. For sure, you're not. For sure, you're not hauling in Dave and the thing. That's just physically impossible.
Probably only 800, 900, 1,000 pounds. I wouldn't.
We're in the water.
Yes,
I
yes.
mean, it's not like he's pulling us across a non-moving surface.
Yeah, it's not.
No, I know. It's certainly this thing is not getting any farther out, but he's not pulling you up onto the thing while you're holding onto this thing. I can't see that happen. So you got the rope. If something comes up where we need your pull to matter, we'll factor that in.
Okay.
But I don't think too much is changing overall at the moment. Griff, what are you doing? You were starting to reload?
I am halfway reloaded my gun while I watched my entire party jump into the water.
Are you sure you're halfway reloaded? Did you make the engineering roll?
No.
So I think if you go to your...
I'll read about those rolls. Just keep going.
Okay. I think there's actually a button you might be able to hit somewhere, but
Yes.
I don't know what it is.
I don't remember where. I remember seeing it when we did the one shot. I don't remember where.
This thing is in bad shape. So basically the reason this went so horrible for this thing is it failed its cool test against the gunshot, which gave it the broken condition, which basically meant it just wants to get away. And you guys know how that goes. You basically just get dicked down if you're being attacked while that happens. So right now it's entangled, stunned, which let me see if it actually made its check to get rid of the stun. It did not. Let me do that.
There's still one alive. He will get healed if you don't get him down.
Yeah. All right. Well, the stun's gone, but I think that gives it fatigue instead.
Yeah, but they have to die. Yeah, they have to die.
Yes, you have to die. That's true. You must. I'm with it. All right. Well, this thing actually... Let me read broken one more time. Because I know it just wants to get away, but if it literally has to fight you because it has no other option...
It'd rip open at least one of us, I would think.
Well, actually, right now it's entangled. So its number one goal is to escape Bernard's grasp. So Bernard, give me a strength roll, and basically you need a crit to hold on to this thing.
Have to die.
Strength. Oof, never mind.
Well, I need to make an extended range test for the appropriate weapon group. I'm assuming it's just my weapon skill.
That's your black
I don't know
powder.
if that's a minus, because extended range only appears once in the book, as far as I can tell.
Extended just means you
get multiple
have a certain
rounds to
number
do
of
it.
successes. You're muted, Derek. You have a certain number of successes you have to match. You keep track of how many you make. Negatives do count against you, though.
Okay. Roll a range test for the weapon you're using. And then it says if you get interrupted, you have to start completely over.
Yeah. There's house rules too for whether or not negatives count against you, and it could depend on what you're doing too. Like I can see negative counting against you a lot more for lock picking than reloading a gun.
I'm just so confused because I'm like, I'll just blow the shit off of it, and then all my party members started jumping on top of him. So I'm not making a lot of progress.
Part of it, you're just not real great at reloading your gun. It doesn't mean you made no progress. It's just it's a slow process, and you're not doing it quickly. All right. This thing managed to escape from Bernard's grasp, but that's really all it managed to do. And back to the top. Where is it? There we go. All right. Dirk, what are you doing? You're up there now. 2 of your party members in the water.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'm going in.
Okay. Do you know how to swim?
Nah.
All right. I love it.
So you want what? Like
listen, if somehow you kill this thing but are still TPK'd, that's not on me. Just for the record.
At the end of this, I'm going back to the spotted pig, and I'm going to say, can I get a beer for me and each of my mans out there?
All right, what are you trying to do exactly?
Well, I mean, I'd like to basically jump on it and also try and like grapple with it to hold it in place so it can't get further.
All right, yeah, give me a target it and do a brawling roll, I guess.
It'll bleed to death eventually.
I think I need to get rid of its prone effect.
I don't.
Oh, it doesn't have it anymore. Okay.
Is it under combat? I don't actually appear to have brawl.
Yeah, just do your weapon skill then, or it'd be unarmed. You got to have unarmed in there.
I did. Yeah, you want me to roll another one with one unarmed?
Yeah. I don't think you had him targeted.
Oh, god damn it. I think you're right. I thought I... Yeah.
In this case, like you land on him, but you don't manage to get a grip. Next up is Rocco. Rocco. Yeah.
Rocco's gonna try to get out of the water.
So you see a rope. Bernard seems to be keeping a hold on while he just got kicked off this thing's leg. So Bernard's holding the rope.
You got to go down and get your axe.
You can try to grab onto Bernard, or you can try to like grab onto the dock and pull yourself up.
I'll grab onto the dock. Pull myself up.
Give me a climb roll or athletics, your choice. I don't care.
Climb, athletics. They're only 1 point apart.
That was real good. You look like you effortlessly just pulled yourself up out of that water.
Ah!
Dave, are you wearing a breastplate?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you probably aren't going to be grabbing onto him again this round because you're starting to. Well, you know what? Your feet get under you, so you're good. It's not quite so deep that you're. I don't know. We'll figure out what's going on. You're definitely heavy. That's for sure. Actually, it's your turn. So what are you doing?
How tall is your guy?
6'5".
All right, my guy was 5'11", and I was specifically told the water would be over my head. So
yeah,
you have some clearance there.
He might have like nose up or something.
Got roared.
Well, if I can't attack this guy, right? He's too far away, or has he managed to move away at all?
No, not yet. He got free last turn, but was not able to move.
Like 1 hit point just to kill him.
He's actually at 0.
That's what I'm going to try to do. Is hit him.
All right.
Right.
It's probably going to have to be brawl. You can't really. I don't think you had a weapon out at this point, so.
It's like 10 yards.
Yeah.
But still.
And I doubt you're drawing one while you're underwater.
There's a hatchet on the ground.
So you basically are trying to grab onto like his injured leg and twist it, or
Yeah. So I have the brawling skill.
Yeah.
But it's not showing up under combat as a thing I can attack.
It's
with.
unarmed.
It's just unarmed.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that take into account the knuckles I have?
Oh, well, you need to equip your knuckles if you got your knuckles.
Where did my knuckles go? I bought them. They're not on my character anymore.
Yeah, there, knuckle dusters. I see them right there. There, just equip them for you. And I unequipped your club.
Okay.
All right, you're trying to.
Yeah, I'm just trying to wail on him as much as I can.
That's probably hard while you're underwater, but we'll see what happens here. I'm not going to give him his weapon. We'll do the bite instead.
Well,
I have the feeling I feel like he'd have trouble swinging the.
They're frozen for everybody.
God damn it!
I guess.
Oh, I heard you say it, so it always seems to happen right about now. All right, it says you won, but hold on. Let's see if that's still. You did still win, but by less. Go ahead and hit that crit button.
65. What I roll? 65.
Well, painful cut doesn't make the most sense, but here we are.
Well, you got right in between some scales or something, and they separated.
So, I mean, given that you're punching, it's not so much that you managed to really, punch him in a great spot. I would assume it's more you managed to grab onto his leg that was all torn up, and you just started like really twisting on that and trying to rip flesh off and whatever else.
Okay.
Okay. The thing kind of goes limp in the water and is floating face down.
Okay.
Once we're sure it's dead, we have to get it out of the water and carry it to the barracks so I can throw it at Rudy.
I'll
It's probably caught up right now on some of those poles that help hold up the. I know this looks stone, but realistically, this would probably be wood right here if it's jutting out. So it's kind of caught up on some poles there. As the river pushes it into those bodies so big.
If I can manage it, I'll tie off the rope onto maybe it's good leg. I don't want to lose it if I rip it apart at the knee.
Yeah.
And then I'll try to pull myself out with the rope.
Give me an endurance test first, Dave.
Okay.
And then Dirk, you jumped in, right? Give me like what are you doing, Dirk?
I mean, I'm basically trying to prevent it from escaping. So as soon as it kind of goes limp, I imagine I would be trying to get out of the.
You have swimming? None of you have swimming, right?
Nope.
Sure. Give me a climb roll. But Bernard, it's hard to maneuver down here. You've tried to be in a pool, right? Where only just your head's barely above water. It's really hard to do anything, particularly if you don't know how to swim. So you can get the rope tied around the thing.
You outclimb that thing out of the water so good.
Yeah, you got it. And Dave, give me, I don't know, climb or something to get out. Assuming you're doing that after you tied on.
Yeah.
But if essentially with all your party has to help you is essentially what that's going to amount to. You got the rope there. It goes up to the thing. Eric's holding on to it. Like he helps you get out effectively.
Okay.
I am going to give you some fatigue right now because that was
Yeah, I understand.
What you were doing there was rough, but you do get out. This thing is just that whole time after you punched it, or ripped on the leg, whatever it was you were doing. It's just been laying there, floating face down ever since. Blood's going out in the water everywhere.
Once we get back up on the shore, I think we want to try to reel this thing in. Hopefully, I tied it off good enough.
It probably takes all of you holding this thing to haul it back up onto the shore.
Awesome.
What's the standard procedure with dead monster corpses in town?
Hey, you need to go get your
Guy.
guy with the corpse cart
Yeah,
and have him come pick this up.
got a big one.
We gotta march it past as many like bars and populated places as possible.
You want to freak out the entire population? You know how many people
I
are
want
going
them to know how awesome we are.
Everybody's going to have to make that save. You're going to cause half the population to go crazy.
I sense a Ghostbusters plot where we dispatched a vampire and now this super fish man. So people are going to be thinking that we're like summoning these things, or it's some kind of optical illusion. Like, oh yeah, these guys keep running into stuff like this. What is with these guys?
It's okay, because 2 years from now, everybody will forget ghosts even exist. And
And we could have movie number 2. Okay.
then,
I'm gonna- while
then
we
20 years
figure
from
out-
then, even your daughter won't know you were a Ghostbuster somehow. It's weird.
While we figure
knew.
out what we're
Grandkids
doing
knew.
outside of combat, I'm gonna get my gun ready for the next encounter.
Yeah, you can load it outside of combat. That's fine. Yeah, so you haul this massive body up on the in there. What were you guys planning to do with it?
Well, we need a cart or something.
This is probably not that exact location, unless you were specifically setting up right where they'd been watching you the night before.
Are there any like taxidermists in town that we can give or sell it to, or is the apothecary maybe going to want components?
Yes and yes, probably.
If an apothecary wants components, then Adam's character's going to want them too. Rocco.
I'm sure he's already taking stuff and not mentioning it since he's learned
Right.
from earlier.
He's just typing it out to Derek as we talk. I grabbed a finger and an eye.
Hey Rocco, where's your axe?
I don't know. It's too dark to find it.
Can we see his axe with the lantern shining down in the water? Or are you just gonna get a new one? I thought that was of sentimental value to you.
I would love to get it back, but it seems unlikely. Derek, what do you think?
Which lantern? Did you jump in the water with it?
No. I put it down.
Oh, then yeah, you can get it.
No, he's asking.
No, the axe that he dropped.
Oh,
If we shine a lantern down into the water, can we see it or no?
no, you would not be able to. No, you wouldn't be able to see it. It's probably down there. It was pretty heavy.
Yeah.
But without someone who can swim or
You get him swimming between the next adventure, and you can come back and get it.
I'll hire somebody to do it.
all right, you guys got this body. What are you doing with it?
I mean, I thought we were parading it around town.
Oh,
I do want to parade it around town, but we should see if we can sell it or something for the orphanage.
so right now it's around midnight.
Is that our party's name? The orphanage?
No.
I think that's our battle cry.
Doesn't sound right.
Is there a 24-hour like Walgreens apothecary we can go to, or no?
No. Even
The
then, how are you getting there? You just like tying ropes
The
and
big
dragging
cart
it down the
around
street.
here.
You could
That would
probably
be
find.
kind of
You could probably commandeer one.
yeah, it's for official watch business.
Really, all you usually have to say, and they can't really argue.
Yeah.
Oh, man, and your meat puppet is still
I
mostly
mean,
intact.
I definitely want Rudy to see that we killed it. and none of us are injured.
All right.
So I think we should take it with us to the check-in at the end of the night.
I don't continue your patrol. Just push it around in a cart in front of you all night.
Yeah.
All right.
God.
Or what? We have another 4 hours or 6 hours.
You just leave it. Like, how do you display it? What's the pose?
I feel like a corpse
You know,
that
with barrel?
speaks for itself. I don't know that we need to pose it.
He put some sunglasses on it and we carry it around like it's Bernie.
Well, I mean, if it's face down, ass up, that's very different.
Pose. And then we need to go to the sketch artist so he can sketch us around it.
You gonna drive past the spotted pig with us then?
Well, yeah.
Well, everyone comes out to take a look.
Can't
Yeah.
stop it now.
You guys,
Official watch business.
Dave, your fatigue's gone. It ended up not mattering, but after you get up on shore and catch your breath for a few minutes, you're good. You're all, offered a round of drinks. Everybody wants to come out and take a look at the thing.
All right. We tell them, we let everybody know that this is the thing that was down by the wharf killing, making people disappear on the nights of new moon.
When we're offered a round of drinks, I look to Trent to see if I can have one.
We're not on duty now, are we?
Yeah,
Heck, even if we are on duty, I don't care. Go
There
for
you
it.
go.
Awesome.
That's your own business if you get,
Well, if you're drinking, make a consume alcohol roll. Marginal failure.
Good news. I always succeed on my first resistance to alcohol or poison.
That's true. That works.
I don't know if that's like per day or per. I don't know, but
Basically, the way it works is if you fail a test, you get -10 to weapon skill, ballistics, agility, dex, and you start just getting drunk. But you're drinking a bunch. You guys all go in and have a drink, or what?
no, we're still on duty.
yeah.
I'm going to go do,
Everyone
duty.
came out to see it. I imagine they brought me a drink,
So you just take your alcohol to go.
or someone brings me a drink. Yeah,
I gotcha. Everyone give me a
We'll
perception check.
we'll return the mug later. You hope it's regenerating while we carry it around, and then it kills half the barracks.
That'd be one way to get Rudy.
Come on. Perception?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
All right.
Nobody.
We're the best watchers ever.
Hold on.
All right. So you guys just keep printing it around through the night.
Wait.
No, I think we should take it somewhere. I don't want to cart this thing around while I'm trying to do my job.
Whoa, you dark dealed? Is that what you meant to do, or did you meant to do the fortune point?
Oh, no, I meant to do the fortune point.
All right, let me fix that.
No takebacks.
Wouldn't let me do it in shapeshift form.
Uh,
And then we do the shapeshift part.
but yeah, you guys always have that dark deal option.
Alright.
Yeah, Dirk, man, you could swear that thing's leg was looking way worse than it looks now.
Great says,
Like, you could have sworn it was almost torn off, but it just looks kind of shredded now. Weird.
Okay, I say I think we need to decapitate this thing.
To like mount its head.
All
on the
right,
wall?
let's roll it
Yes.
back to the bar and get that done.
Yeah, let's do it.
I do have a big hatchet. I guess I can do that.
Yeah. If you point this out, I will be my first suggestion. Let's go ahead and, mutilate this body so it can't come back or whatever.
So you're gonna Who's decapitating this thing?
My main weapon's an axe, so I can do that.
All right, give me a roll. Wait, hold on.
Well, I gotta switch my weapons back again. I don't have my shield equipped because there's not going to be combat.
Of course not.
I'm ready now. Are you ready?
Uh-huh. Good. So as you go to lop this thing's head off as it's laying in your cart, its eyes fly open and it reaches up to try to parry, but we'll see how that actually goes. You still managed to hit it. Not in the head, as it turns out. Did you have a really good roll, or did I just have a really bad roll?
He had +4. You had +1, Derek. You lowered its SL by 1.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
That's bad.
You still hit, but not by as much.
Okay.
I got it's getting a penalty that it shouldn't be getting. Let me. I wonder where that was coming from. No, I don't know where it's coming from. Okay, let me just do that. Done. So yeah, this thing reaches up and kind of knocks your aim off as you're going for its neck, and you manage to chop it in the body, but it's got that big, tough, rubbery body. What kind of weapon do you have? An axe? Wow. It does kind of sink into it and draw blood, but the thing roars and tries to punch up at you. Well, it gets to its feet, and then it tries to, it gets up out of the cart, toppling the whole thing.
It's where you all die.
And we'll try to... Let's just do the bite. You can make whatever kind of roll you feel is appropriate there to defend yourself. Oh, wait a minute. Parrying against a larger creature, you actually get a -20, which I think it'll account for automatically, but it is harder to parry large creatures. So dodge may be better for you, or maybe you don't care. I don't know. You decide. But just so you know. So basically, you came down with your axe. It blocks it as best it can, and it kind of gets to its feet out of the cart. The cart probably partially shatters as this thing's massive weight rolls off it, and it lunges forward with its teeth and just kind of bites into your shoulder, or not. Bites into your shoulder.
Just sucks that.
Sorry, what?
It's the DPS check later, but
you gotta say that again. I couldn't hear.
It's better to be knocked out than be hit by the other shit.
Yeah, it does.
It is the secondary arm.
And it did properly give you the penalty for parrying larger creatures, so that's neat. You still had a 58, though. That's...
Yeah, that's from putting all my points. I mean, that's my base. So
the
first roll, I didn't have it targeted.
It does it on success levels, not on the rolls, so that makes sense. Okay. So it does kind of bite into your side. Nothing critical, but you ended up taking 6 damage after it got through your armor. And this thing is on its feet, and it lets out a roar of rage. And I guess I'm going to put everyone in combat, and I'm going to kind of rearrange people too here.
And as long as we don't run away afraid, it should die pretty much immediately.
Okay.
You're not actually by the water, but we're just going to stay on this map, so to change it.
You did like 6 damage to it after it stood up from regenerating. So I don't know how much. We're probably going to have to bring it down totally again.
Yeah, it gets harder.
Yeah, probably should have actually had a bonus for prone, but oh well.
He did when he rolled. I had prone on it.
Okay.
I took it off once it got up. That was part of the reason he hit, actually. It had a good defense, but not good enough. So Dirk, you're up first. I don't know how close you were relative to, like, you guys are all probably pretty close to the cart, I assume.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing just got to its feet. You probably weren't really expecting that. I don't think I'm going to call for fear rolls, given that you've already you made pretty short work of this earlier. But certainly the thing is big and intimidating.
10 seconds? How many seconds does it
Game
last?
effect aside. But yeah, what do you want to do?
I want to try and hit its head.
10 seconds?
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah, they said that's the worst. 10 seconds, right?
It has a weirdly low melee score.
Farwell? Farwell?
You hit it. It did not do very much damage.
Looking.
Let's see if you score a head hit.
Its head.
Give me a strength roll.
Fuck. Right.
Did not seem to have stunned it, however.
All the way to the top? All the way to the top?
Rocco, what you doing?
Rocco's got nothing to fight with, so he's just backing away.
God damn it, Rocco.
Probably wise. Bernard.
All right. I'll take a shot at him.
Can we move Dirk up to him, or was that a ranged weapon?
That.
Dirk. Yeah,
I'm going.
Dirk's up there. There we go.
Oh my gosh. Never mind.
You didn't want to hit anyway. Although you are getting plus 20 now. I'll edit your thing.
Okay.
You guys now have 2-on-1.
I thought it overcame that with its size.
Well, there's 3 of us.
Yeah, there's 3 of you. It counted as one extra person.
Yeah. Hey, Rocco, you can just come stand next to it, and we get a better.
Oh, I just forgot a rule for it, which I need to do. I'll just do it a little late, but here we are. So yeah, it blocks your blow. So something it's supposed to be able to do, which I had forgotten about, is large creatures, when they hit, actually can carry on and hit the next person next to him. So Bernard, you were actually by the cart at the time he was trying to chop its head off, right?
Yep.
So it's like, this is, we'll just do it now, but it's not like it's action for the round. Basically, it's trying to hit you too.
Okay.
You can parry or dodge. Remember, parry is going to give you.
It's got to hit me, right? Or is it hit automatic?
No, it's just like your weapon thing. It just has to roll better than you.
Okay. I don't want to get hit, so I'll dodge.
Okay. Well, I don't
You
know. I
said,
mean, for some of you, -2 success levels still might be better to do weapon skill. I don't know.
My dodge and parry are the exact same number.
Ah, good.
Dodge. Oh.
You
Well,
you dodged out of the way, and that would stop its ability to kind of attack chain.
okay.
Basically, large creatures can just kind of start swinging and hit a bunch of people, is what it amounts to. All right, so sorry, back to Bernard's turn. He finished. He had tried to hit it and missed. Trent, you are up. Are you going slow?
Is there anyone else? Yeah, as if there's.
It still has to go. It hasn't gone this round. I had it and Griff go last round. Like, they were kind of the surprise round. Because I don't think anyone was ready for what happened there other than Griff, who was trying to chop his head
I'll
off.
still move this around completely, at least.
Sounds good, Griff.
We'll hack it in twain.
You get plus 20.
Again. And looks like I get plus 30 because it's large.
Well, it will do the large automatically for you. But the plus
Yeah,
20 for... Okay.
Let's just keep doing rerolls so that I can fumble like Adam did.
You hit it.
Oh, I can't. That's right. Damn. That's not a good enough hit, though.
Did you put in a plus 30?
Well, it was plus 10 for size, which was already in the box.
Size already is accounted for.
Well, then it was giving me a plus 10 for some reason.
Let me fix that.
All right, I guess I didn't use a fortune point.
I think my torrent ass is just too fast from
Okay, you'll just have to get that
so
back
this
for
is like
yourself.
for the tent. Feel
Yeah.
a big platform. Yeah. Well,
Looks like you did hit it, though. Make sure I'm not doing something wrong. Yeah, you're good. You hit it. Apply a critical. If it lets you.
It's pretty good.
Dad.
You managed to literally chop it into 2 pieces.
So that's what I said I was going to do.
It's weren't the pieces you were trying to do, but it's what you did.
We'll go ahead and take his head off anyway. Even though
I think we should take
right now.
everyone we down. We should take their head off.
From now on,
Yeah.
at this
For
point,
the orphans!
At this point, I just believe somebody's going to stand up after they're dead. If they're not human, they stand up after they're dead.
That might be a safe assumption. Everyone within 2 yards was showered in blood, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Everybody but Rocco.
Everyone but Rocco. You look more heroic now.
we have bump that
He's
it's
the-
laterally spread.
Now that you guys kind of know to watch for it, the 2 parts fall, but like where they're touching, you see them trying to join. They're not positioned where they really can reattach fully, but just the little parts that are touching, you actually see trying to reattach, even though this thing,
All right.
like, you cut its head off and the rest of the body is still trying to do that.
We need to burn this with fire. I think we've shown everybody that needs to see it. We need to burn it to death.
I want
That's true. This is right outside the inn. Everybody screamed, but now everybody's cheering.
All right, I grabbed
Keep the
fire.
head.
I grabbed the nearest fire and just start applying.
Yeah,
leave
so-
the head, it'll be fine. Burn the body, but
Fine,
leave
if
the
you
head.
want to keep the head, you walk off with the head. I'm applying fire to everything that's
All right,
around.
I'm taking the head.
So it's
Man,
not
that's-
super flammable, but
Can you
but-
imagine how valuable self-regenerating troll organs must be to the people who need them?
an implant.
Yeah, they have fire on them now.
So just like holding a torch to it really doesn't burn it, but you're right. You're right there by the tavern, and people can, like, the innkeeper will be like, "Oh yeah, here's some oil."
Yeah, give me some oil or some highly flammable alcohol or whatever.
That ends up working, but just like
Oh, yeah.
holding a torch to it doesn't really do much.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you people find a few like broken down crates and stuff and start throwing them on there to make the fire burn better.
You get knocked off. Yeah.
And
you
this is just out in the
jump off that
street in front of the tavern.
I think so. Yeah.
All right. This tavern's going to be renamed the Burning Troll or something after this.
I don't know. Spotted Pig's pretty good.
Oh, I didn't know that's the one we went to. Sorry.
Side note: whoever joked about, oh, they're causing these things to happen, don't do that anymore with regenerating creatures.
How am I supposed to know?
All right, Adam, what are you doing with your troll head?
I want to get it taxidermied. Put it on
You
the
can't
wall.
do it and you can't heal.
Okay.
I'll wake up and start speaking to you at some point.
Grow the rest of his body back.
So how's your report at the end of the night go?
Well, we'll
Pretty
still
much.
have the head, right? Unless you know a 24-hour taxidermy.
Pretty much. I'm pretty much going to tell him everything. We hunted this thing down in the water. We killed it, and then when we were bringing it back to as proof that we killed it, it actually stood back up. So we had to kill it again. So from now on, we're just going to cut the head off everything we find. Probably burn all the bodies. If you want proof of any of these atrocities we find around town, you might just want to take our word for it from now on.
Hey, there's a reason all the dead are buried outside of town. Although I don't know if they do the cut the head off and cut 1 foot off and bury him face down thing that, We found so effective. So the next day when you guys arrive for your shift, Captain Pfeiffer is it Captain? Basically the leader lady with red hair.
Amount of points then?
Yeah.
It's the next day.
Oh yeah, you can do your rest. You can just heal the full because there's going to be some time that passes. Let me end combat. That thing would have been scarier if they hadn't only given it a 40 weapon skill. That's pretty low.
That's what mine is, pretty much.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not a terrifying troll beast.
Sure.
But I think it was built for the starter set. Yeah, they have a little ceremony where the captain herself comes out, congratulates you guys on defending the town against such a massive threat. Everybody's been talking about it. She compliments Rudy on how you guys have really flourished under his tutelage. And he he nods and accepts the praise. He doesn't give his little speech this time about how, last time he was like, oh yeah, it was really hard to do this, with such raw recruits under my hand. He doesn't do that this time. But he does take some unearned credit. Yeah, everybody's pretty impressed with you guys. And you were
for a little while.
Yeah, you were finding that whereas everyone was treating you guys like crap before, particularly the Altdorf soldiers, like they're more probably more neutral to you now. Even a few were, kind of nice to you guys. There's still some that are just utter dicks, no matter what. But you've gotten acceptance. You're no longer just the criminals who are on the watch.
Did we have party ambitions yet, or can we get some now?
I don't know. I will say here. Let me give you the little lead into something that's going to happen a week or two later. Shoot, what's my PDF? You guys are, breaking up a tavern brawl one day, as you often end up having to do throughout your shifts. Nothing serious, just,
Do they recognize us?
Much like the monster. Occasionally, I am the cause of those particular brawls.
Probably when you're off duty, though.
No, he drinks on duty, apparently.
Yeah, but only in special cases.
Does he do nice?
Oh, let me see if I have I might have a token for this person. I might need to set up my game in a different room. All right, let's see.
Just tell her not to raid every night.
Yeah. Oh, go great.
Game's only 20 years old. I'm sure she'll get sick of it soon.
Al's playing it right now.
Right.
The silence, is it just you have to be far enough away that you can't hit melee?
A woman comes up to you.
That silence. Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Trying to wait for a pause.
Is she drinking a beer?
She's a very fine ad.
No, she kind of comes up to you guys and looks you over quick. She's like, thank the gods, found you. I know, deep voice, whatever. I'm not doing a woman's voice, sorry. Name's Ilsa Fassenwatund, road sergeant. Have a job for you. It'll clear you from Clumping Clug and the whole watch. If you're interested, meet me at the Spotted Pig tonight. I'll explain everything there. She just turns around and leaves without you guys even responding.
Is that a name we recognize?
Nope. Well, no. You could certainly ask around, but no, you don't recognize it.
I would do that before we go to this meeting.
If indeed you even do. You think everything's a trap, though.
He does.
Dave, give me a gossip test then.
All right. I'm the only one that's looking.
You guys are heroes these days. I'll give you a +10.
Ooh, +10. How do I put a +10 in there? Modifier?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the check isn't. It's not really a charm check, so that doesn't make a ton of sense.
Boo.
You people have heard of her, and she's a road warden, but that is all they've really managed to verify is there is indeed a road warden with that name.
A road warden?
Yeah.
That's
those
class, right?
Yeah, but it's also a job. It's essentially the people who, go up and down the roads to keep them clear of bandits and greenskins and whatever else.
Yeah, I don't think we should do that. I don't like to leave the city.
In the very first adventure you guys did with your pre-gens, there had been a guy who said he was a road warden who was sitting in the inn, and turned out he wasn't. But
He could have been.
so
Road warden.
and a failed gossip test doesn't necessarily mean people are not wanting to share the info with you. It could just mean you're not asking the right questions, you're not asking the right people, or whatever. You're not skilled at really digging the info out. Is Dirk doing it too?
Yes,
Well, Dirk knows more people because he's an urban lad.
I am. I have
I am a
connects.
smart lad.
You hear she was once considered the best road warden captain in the entire duchy, and she got demoted after her entire outfit was lost, probably about 5 years ago. But you don't really know. No one knows the circumstances around that. But definitely, she used to be a big person, and then her team died or something. So, would you like to meet with her at the Spotted Pig tonight? You'd be off duty at the time.
I'm gonna be at the Spotted Pig anyway. So.
Sure.
Is this sometime later, like after the?
Yeah, this is like 2 weeks or so later.
All right, I'll bring the stuffed or the taxidermied ogre head with me as a
Okay.
gift.
It's
Did you leave your little meat boy just on the docks
Yeah, yeah.
in pieces?
The birds
Poor
will get 'em.
Eugene.
it's eco-friendly.
Can I get
Huge.
my hatchet back?
You can get a new one, like a new hand weapon.
All right.
Basically, the watch will make sure you've got leather armor and a weapon. If technically they belong to the watch, so if you were to leave the watch or you were to, I don't know, whatever, it would be stealing if you took it with you. But at least as long as you're working for them, you're allowed to keep it.
Cool.
You guys go to meet her, right?
I would like to.
All right. So she shows up in the evening. Maybe Griff's already drinking. Who can say? But she comes and sits down at your table. She kind of speaks in short sentences. And just kind of has a matter-of-fact way of speaking. Looks you guys over. Looks at that. You brought the head with you?
For some reason, he carries it everywhere. For some reason, you probably have a loop for your belt.
It's only been about 2 weeks, so people aren't annoyed about that yet. They probably still think it's cool, but eventually that'll change.
Yeah.
We'll get different heads. Don't worry.
Thought it would look cool on the bar wall. Isn't the owner cool? Like,
Oh, you were putting it on. You were putting it in the bar.
yeah,
I didn't realize that. I thought you were actually just carrying it around everywhere.
No. I want to get a little plaque with our names on it.
Oh no, yeah, no, totally. That would be a big draw for his tavern, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They call
Mutually
it
beneficial.
the river.
Killed
There
by
is
Rocco, Dirk, Griff, Bernard, and Trent. Also killed by Rocco, Dirk, Griff, Bernard, and Trent.
the river is called the Tufel, so they call it the Tufel Terror. But and Eugene comes up and thanks you guys one of those days.
As he should. Who is he?
Eugene?
Skippy.
Oh, Skippy. Sorry about your dad.
Sorry about your dad. Sorry.
It's Eugene, sir. He's going to be whoever
I gave
dies.
this rousing speech about sometimes closure is best, even if it's not the outcome that you want.
And then I say, don't listen to that asshole and hand him 2 silvers.
Thank you, sir. Skip Eugene. Damn it. Eugene can be your next character, whoever dies first. He'll be great. Anyway, she sits down. Orders a drink. All right. Well, there's a prisoner. Stonemason, name Amar. Cold bastard, murdered many. Knocked one's head clean off. Was tried, found guilty. Awaits execution. All's well, right? No. For good or ill, excuse me. Reichland watches for signs. Holy signs. If a prisoner is scheduled for execution and something goes really wrong, the execution stayed. Executioner's axe breaks or lightning strikes the headman's block, it's time to reschedule. Most times, second execution gets the job done, but not always. Sometimes things go wrong twice. Then a third date's set, a final date. Third execution goes wrong. It's deemed to be the will of the gods intervening for an innocent. The prisoner's set free. Fully pardoned. Twice Mar's gone to the block, and twice he's come back. The man's evil. I know it. I think the dark gods are watching him. His final execution date's approaching, yet the poor excuses for watchmen here want no part of it. Bunch of cowards. That's where you come in. I know Clump and Clug from way back. Total scum. Asked around about you. Reckoned you might want to be free of him, and the watch. So here's the deal. You escort him to the block for me 4 days from now, and I'll get your sentences commuted for service above and beyond. No more death sentence. No more Sergeant Crapsack Clump and Clug. Free and clear. What do you say?
So, like, how can you, like, how do we know that she can actually fulfill the promise?
That's that. You're right.
Are you asking her, or are you asking me?
Well, I guess I'm starting with you in terms of, like, do we feel like she is legit? Do I need to make a roll to, like,
so
perception roll?
If she is who she says she is, you had heard she was a pretty high-ranking road warden. They would probably have the pull to do something like that. Might be smart to get it in writing. If she's lying about who she is, then obviously that's not going to do anything.
I just logged out, or was it?
So I ask her, how do we know you are who you say you are?
Let's see now.
Who else would I be? Ask around. Ask Clump and Clug.
Okay.
He knows me.
Start asking around.
Think you should turn around in the bar. Hey, do you know her?
Yeah.
She's like, ask the what? Ask your captain.
When do you need to know by?
I'd like to know by tomorrow so I can hire some others if you're not going to do it. But 4 days is when he's to be executed. It's when I need you.
Let's meet here tomorrow because I think we're going to want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Strings are a L.
What exactly would be requested of us here?
Well, we're going to escort him from the barracks. Essentially, is where I forget the exact name of it, but it's right by the barracks where they keep prisoners.
Okay.
Out to, they're executing him outside of the city. It's a Morsefield, basically, is where they bury people and behead them there with the sunrise. So he'd be doing it pretty early in the morning.
And what was he convicted of? Bad stuff?
He murdered quite a few people, including some guards. Man's pure evil. Need you, because I'm expecting trouble. Last two.
What sort of trouble occurred for the last two?
Well, like I said, one, the executioner's axe broke. The other, there was a lightning strike that hit the headsman's block. And everyone who accused him of of his crimes. He's dead now. And the guards who escorted him to his last execution have died since as well.
Oh, that's not so good.
Got to make sure the job's done. All the
How did they
cow.
die?
Oh, a couple turned up drowned, nowhere near the water. One was knifed in an alley.
Derek froze again.
The suspense is killing me.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's weird. I can hear it all. Whatever.
Yeah. I know what it is. It's Warcraft.
One was knifed in an alley. Couple turned up drowned, nowhere near the water though. One fell off a ladder.
So he obviously has friends who are his friends.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, I kind of want to talk to the guy. Is that going to be something we can arrange? See if we think he's actually guilty?
Oh, he's guilty. You can talk to him while we're hauling him out, but I guess you could talk to your captain and see if she'll let you talk to him. She's the one holding him.
That would be something that
The man's guilty. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, you understand why we can't really just take your word for it.
No, I don't.
Okay, well, I can't take your word for it.
Well, you do what you got to do. Let me know in the next day or two, and if you don't do that, I'll make other plans.
Okay.
So if you guys are trying to look into things, lore law, which I doubt any of you have, could let you know if she's telling the truth about that, and more specifically around like whether or not pardon makes sense. You start asking around about things. If you don't have lore law, you could go talk to a lawyer too. I mean, stuff like that. If you care, I don't know. You can try looking into this guy through gossip or other means.
Yeah, I mean,
You can try to talk to him directly.
Basically, I want to feel like this isn't some kind of setup.
Sure.
What if we just stay on the watch, but she pays us money?
I mean, just to confirm, a road warden has come and asked convicted murderers to guide a convicted murderer to his death.
You're not convicted murderers. You're convicted of. It was unclear.
Breaking the peace or something.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. You were not found guilty of the murders. You pleaded no contest to it, which meant you weren't guilty, but you also weren't necessarily innocent.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean,
I don't know. You guys would. I don't know how much are we impressed by ourselves making a name for ourselves? We're getting all those congratulations in town.
So definitely the townsfolk see you as guards who are nice to have, for the most part, compared to most of the guard who really just beats them and takes their shit for the most part. You know what I mean? You saw what Clumping Plug was doing when you guys were doing your rounds with him. Yeah. That was not abnormal. In fact, he might be better than some of them. You have no doubt the guard just flat out murders people sometimes because they want to and they can get away with it. Nobody's, to be clear. They're not doing that up to anyone in the wealthy districts. That won't go over, but
Right.
so you guys have a decent reputation. Other than the fact, there's some people who just aren't going to like the guard no matter what.
Can I see you?
What?
Can I see you?
Yeah. Hey, let me- Sorry, I was talking to you. I don't know if you said something.
I'm just waiting for you.
Oh, well, I'm here. What if anything, do people want to do?
I guess we were gonna ask around to see if she was on the level, and
My guess is she's on the level, but her reputation's so shot that the only people she can come to are us. Doesn't speak super well of her.
So, yeah, maybe. Who do you want to ask around? So you've already tried to gossip. She did say go ahead and not talk to the watch specifically, if you want. If you want to try that.
Yeah, I would want to try and talk to the captain.
All right, so the captain does eventually get you an audience. You're in pretty good terms with her after that whole
I'm
troll
gonna not
troll
be
slam.
here for whatever happens.
So you're not going to meet the captain?
I don't need to see the captain.
All right. All right. Who? Anyone else not going? Is it just Andrew?
I'll go. Andrew said he's not going.
I'll go.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go. I think it's only Andrew sitting out.
Okay. Cool. You guys meet with the captain. She asks you what you are. Why'd you want to meet me?
I explained the proposal from what was her name again?
Ilsa. Let's just say Ilsa. I don't want to try to say that last name again. It's like Fossen Watund or something.
Okay. What does she think about the guy who's sentenced to death? Does she think anything suspicious is about the way that the executions have been averted? What is her opinion in general of the actual?
Slow down. So you're going and you are saying what? Hey, like, do you give her the background for why you're asking, or are you just like, hey, I want to know about this guy?
Yeah. I'll tell her that Elsa made this proposal.
Okay.
And we're just trying to.
So she does recognize the name Ilsa, and if you describe her, it matches the description. She has heard of Mauer, which is the guy, but this happened before Altdorf came and occupied. So she doesn't know. She hasn't specifically met the guy. She knows he was accused, tried, and convicted of multiple counts of murder, including the killing of 2 watchmen, 3 river wardens, and 2 road wardens. The former watch sergeant left the watch not long after the second attempted execution, but that was before Altdorf occupied. So he's been sitting in a cell for probably 6 months, because this happened shortly before the campaign started. Altdorf came in and took over. And definitely just the watch in general. I don't know if you talked to anyone else about it. Did you talk to anyone about this or no? Anyone else in the watch?
I would have probably asked around a bit.
People have definitely heard of him, and they're all like, he's cursed. Like, I'm stay away from it. I'm not touching it. They're all super superstitious about the guy. Like, if they do anything, they'll die. She Yeah. She was told soldiers from Altdorf and not her watch are supposed to escort the man to his execution, which is definitely irregular. And in fact, she's like, basically, you're going to have to charm her to be allowed to do it. It's not that she doesn't want you to, but she was kind of like told, nope, Altdorf soldiers are going to do that, not your watch, which was weird.
So our boss needs to be charmed, but the lady we're trying to work for says she can get it done.
She can get your sentence commuted. Well, I mean, you can do this anyway without permission. That's up to you. But your boss is kind of like, you shouldn't do this. We were told to stay out of it. But the way she's saying it is not like you'll be executed if you do it. It's
right.
Like,
we're not going to be doing this. If we do it, it's not in any kind of official capacity.
If you want to do it in an official capacity, you kind of have to sweet talk her into giving you her stamp, even though she was told the watch should stay out of it.
Okay, so
it seems like it rubs her the wrong way that she was told that the watch should stay out of it, because that's completely abnormal.
So would it be beneficial if we just perform this under what's her name's instructions? Would the watch captain have a problem with that?
What you do on your own time, if it's not illegal, is none of my business.
So if we want to, yeah, I look at everybody else and it's like, and just say something along the lines of it doesn't look like it's going to be an issue if we do this because we want to. It's just, or is it something we want to do?
Do you ask her about the pardon at all, or no? Or not the pardon, but you know what I mean?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, if if we got pardoned, that just means we don't have to work for her anymore. Is that basically about it?
So right now, you guys were sentenced to do this for, I think, about 3 years, under penalty where if you desert or are derelict in your duties, you'd be put to death.
Right.
This would remove that, according to.
Been here for about 6 months already.
No, it's been more like 3.
Okay. Yeah, if we get out from under it, I would be inclined to stay. That's kind of my short-term objective, is be in a military unit. So
yeah, that would.
Pardon or no, doesn't matter.
Yeah, if you wanted to stay, that would probably be an option. I mean, it would be nice not to have the death sentence over your head, but
Sure. All right. But if she thinks this, let's sum up. She was asked the watch not to interfere, and this other lady wants us to do it.
She was told to let Altdorf soldiers deal with it instead of the watch. Not so much don't have the watch interfere, but no, that's not your job. Altdorf soldiers will do this one. And she's like...
Is it twice before the watch has failed at this? Or, I'm sorry, he got off and the watch was doing the job?
He didn't escape or anything, but yeah, the execution, for whatever reason, didn't happen.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And apparently bad things happen to anyone who's ever escorted him. Or at least that's the rumor. Although apparently the former sergeant from before, before Altdorf occupied, apparently she's still alive.
All right.
Where does she live?
She's a road warden now. Travels a lot. Might be able to track her down. Or sorry, river warden, not road warden.
I would like to try.
Anything else for your captain?
No. We thank her.
She, yeah, you get the impression she was kind of more forthcoming with you than she might have otherwise been, just because you guys have, you had a vampire and a troll or something back to back. You guys are looking all She seems to have a little bit of respect for you and a lot of not respect for the rest of the watch. She actually seems like she wants the watch to be good and just like, what the hell are you going to do about it, right?
Yeah.
She does seem a little clueless about Clump and Glug being the shit stain he is, but
That was something I always wondered, Derek. Is she clueless, or does she just assume that he's not as bad as he could be? Or
so you had the impression initially she was clueless ever since the orphan fund thing.
There's not like better alternatives to replace them with anyway.
Yeah, she doesn't have enough to do anything about. But he's leaned, other than the whole thing with locking you in the building, essentially, he's leaned on you a lot less ever since that orphan fund thing happened. It's like maybe he was told to keep his distance.
all right, I'm cool. I think we've got everything we're going to get from her. So we head out.
Okay, sure. Any other investigation or anything you guys want to do?
Before Al heads out, he slowly walks around her room and inspects every single thing.
I look for secret doors.
Yep. We need Tina. All right. Anything else you guys want to do?
I want to see if we can find the retired river.
Just because it might come up later. You had said you wanted to like talk to the guy. Do you mention that to her at all?
No.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
We'll just get a second meeting with her when we want to do that.
You want to find the River Warden?
Yeah, the retired one that didn't die.
All right, you guys can try gossip test to see if you can track down where she's at, and if she's anywhere near where you'd be able to find her.
I grew up here. I know everything. I don't know where she is though.
Damn, you got a 57 gossip. Oh, you got a 10 in there, plus 10 in there from something.
Oh wait, does it carry over from the last time?
Maybe. I don't know. Still, you got a 47 gossip, which was more than enough. Let me check.
I didn't.
It was a hard test, and you made it. Like even if I take out the minus 10 that you shouldn't have had, I don't know where it came from. You succeeded. It was a very difficult test. But you find out that she actually currently is in town at the Red Moon Inn in the docks.
I think that's just across from the Spotted Pig.
It's across the river from the Spotted Pig.
All right, well, I want to head over there.
All right. Everyone going?
Yeah, I better see this.
Sure,
all right.
I'll head over.
Yeah.
You see kind of a tough-looking woman with silvery hair. You see her sitting like through, when you were tracking her down, you got a description of her. But yeah, she's in the Red Moon Inn drinking. Not like getting really good and drunk or anything. Just people drink. So it's their most common pastime in Warhammer, I think.
I ask if I can buy her a drink. I'd like a moment of her time to talk about her time on the watch.
I will always take a free drink, friend.
Excellent. So I get her one of whatever she's drinking. And basically I ask her, I explain the situation and how Elsa is looking for us to help escort this guy so that he doesn't get a stay of execution. And ask her what happened, because we know that she was, involved previously and there was an issue, and I just asked her opinion. Does she know what happened to the people that died?
Should do yourselves a favor and just walk away from this one. Nothing good's going to come of it. Do you know all the guys who accused him of his crimes are dead? You know, except for one. Some butcher. Heard a shop there burned down recently.
What butcher?
Ditwin, I think his name was.
Oh my god, it's all coming together.
What was the? I'm sorry. What was the? You asked a bunch of questions, Al. Maybe hit me one at a time.
Yeah, like, does she know anything about, like, why did she decide to leave the watch?
Well, mostly it had to do with Altdorf coming in. It wasn't really a good time to be a loyal Jungfried supporter. It's easier to just sort of disappear. But also, man, I think that guy was just cursed. I don't really want any part of that.
I mentioned that the chief, or the current captain of the watch, rather, said that the watch wouldn't be handling his escort. It would be Altdorf soldiers. And has she ever heard of anything like that before? And is
there were no Altdorf soldiers here when I was, doing my job. So no, I haven't heard of that. It seems unusual. Honestly, for my part, I think the man's innocent, but it doesn't matter.
Why?
Just something about the way, if you meet him, you'll something about the way he talks and holds himself. He didn't sound like a crazed murderer.
Oh, that was not what I expected you to say.
Yeah. Well, doesn't matter. They want him put him to death. He'll be put to death. Probably better for everyone that way.
So I tell her how Elsa claims she would get our sentences commuted, and I asked if she thinks that she can actually deliver on that.
Oh, yeah, probably. Most wardens have, imperial backing. I'm sure she's got the authority. She's pretty high ranking, if I recognize the name correctly. Don't take my word for it, though. She actually kind of flashes. She's got like not like a badge. Well, it's sort of like a badge, but like you wear it on her uniform. She kind of points at it. It's like the imperial insignia, essentially, which is what the Warrens are essentially empire level soldiers. Given that the empire is currently in control of Ubersreik, definitely makes sense they'd have some pull here.
Does anyone else have any thoughts of what to ask?
All right. Anything else you want to investigate or look into or ask around about?
What's the lowest level of dude that could undo a execution sentence in the city?
I don't fucking know, man.
I
don't understand.
Way higher than our watch commander, I'm assuming.
Your watch commander probably could say, "Hey, you guys went above and beyond, blah blah blah." She could probably do it. She hasn't.
No, the dude who is maybe innocent.
Oh.
If that was overturnable, it'd be someone way fucking higher than we would have access to, right?
Overturn his thing?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. That would be like
too much work.
Well, because like you guys aren't like murderers or anything. You aren't tried and convicted of murder, particularly like road wardens and watchmen and river wardens. Like this dude's the crimes were pretty severe. I mean, they're like treason on top
And
of the
the
murder.
new regime cares that much?
About what? That this guy?
It's just weird that theoretically the fix is in, but also it's like a whole new regime in charge, and they're still in on it.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
I think we
Definitely
should
some things don't add up.
and just stay home and drink. Or we could hire guys to do it for us, and then if it goes bad, it's on them, and if it goes good, we're solid.
I definitely did not expect her to say that she thought he was innocent, and that makes me a little bit more skeptical and less wanting to do it. Because at first I was wondering maybe she's evil and she's just trying to plant out or something. But why would she leave then? I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
Does she know any of the circumstances by which this Elsa lady lost her whole team?
Yeah, sure, why not? Well, what she's heard anyway, as they were attacked by beastmen. They'd been.
Well, I hope it was sheepmen.
They'd been preying on merchant routes, and her team had apparently been tracking them down, but got ambushed. There's rumor there had been traitors in her outfit that had, warned the beastmen they were coming. So yeah, maybe she was the traitor. Don't know. She had a great reputation, though.
Did she ever kill a water troll in the middle of town?
Haven't heard that she did.
Okay.
I heard about that. Was that you? She
It was.
thumbs over her. Oh wait, no, she's at the Red Moon Inn. She's not at the place that has the. Sorry, she's not at the Spotted Pig. She's at the Red Moon Inn.
That's okay. Everybody heard about it.
Yeah, I've fought a couple of those once. They can be pretty vicious.
Okay, I guess thank you for your time.
Yes, appreciate it.
Thanks for the beer. Now what?
Well, I kind of like being on the watch, and Rudy's been cool lately. I'm good.
I mean, he could be biding his time.
I mean, we don't have to leave the watch. Just getting rid of the
Sword of Damocles.
yeah, getting rid of the death penalty would be nice.
Can your Sigmar magics save us from oogity boogity curses? Do you swear?
No.
Sigmar protects from all. All right. Well,
What if he's innocent?
Yeah, that seems real bad. If we take the job and then we think he's innocent, like, how's that going to go, right? If she has the power to potentially get us a stay, not stay is not the right word, but to pardon us, like, what happens if it goes the other way? I don't like it.
That's fair. If we really do think he's innocent, then yeah, I'd say don't do the job.
I have no opinion one way or the other.
Yeah, I'm proposing the question, what if we talk to him, and as we're talking to him, we come to think he's innocent. That could go badly. Yeah, I'm
Then-
not right
Then
now.
you
I
just
don't have
make
an
sure the
opinion.
execution fails. Then he gets pardoned because third time.
Yeah, but if we make sure that happens,
Yeah, I also
odds
won't
are
be
good.
happy.
Well, yeah, and how obvious might it be? Who knows? Like,
Well, yeah, if it's too obvious, that'd be illegal, right? I'm going to kill the headsman. Yeah, that'd be bad.
My blunderbuss just went off, I swear.
Oops. Well, you do have a history of shooting people on your side, so.
That's true.
You guys certainly can turn down the job if you want. It's up to you.
I think
So
we
if
need
you
input.
are not compelled to be on the watch, but you want to stay on the watch, do you sign up for like a year at a time or something, or is it at will employment?
Well,
And they say go do this, and you say that sounds dangerous, I quit.
I don't know that you sign up for a year I think it would be like a normal job, right? You join until you don't, but they're probably not going to be like, yeah, take a month off, come back, take a month off, come back. Like that would be
Right.
abnormal. But it is weird in the sense of like Warhammer's got these careers. What does it mean if you're a watchman, but you like do adventures? It's a little weird, right? You kind of have to hand wave some of that, I think. But it also depends. If the adventure's like a couple days in town, that's one thing. If it's, hey, let's go trek across the wilderness, yeah, it's going to be hard to maintain your watchman job.
Well, Griff doesn't like the wilderness. So.
But part of that is, deciding as a party what it is you might. I mean, it is kind of the weird part of Warhammer, right? Like, are you adventurers or are you just people doing shit? I think this leans a little more towards adventurers. Because it's otherwise, it starts to get strain. Man, random shit just keeps happening to you guys every month or so. Real weird. But either way, like whatever, I can run with either for now at least. Eventually,
I think we should do it.
Justice,
Justice.
one way or the other.
Yeah, and if we think he's guilty, we could probably just kill him on the way, ahead of time. Don't let
That's not what justice is, Dave.
don't let the bad stuff that could happen and get him off actually work. Just kill him ourselves if we determine he's bad.
Oops, my blunderbuss went off. It was an accident. It must have been the curse.
There's precedent for it already.
But why did you shoot him twice?
Horrible accident. He fell on a knife 14 times.
Well, what does Rocco and Trent think?
I'm not invested either way.
What is
Unless
the?
there's a strong feeling that he's innocent, if that doesn't exist, I say we do it. I want out from under threat of death.
It seems pretty dangerous, but I have already made it to 19, so fuck it.
What do you mean?
My guy's 19.
Oh, age. Gotcha.
Years old.
He's an old man. All right. Well, if you would like to meet up with her at the Spotted Pig to give her your answer, one way or the other, go ahead. Or if you want to look into more stuff, you can. Start trying to find out more about the dude or what happened.
I mean, I would love to, but I don't know who else.
You're afraid of the info.
That's a little bit true too.
Okay. Well, you tell me what you're doing.
I mean, obviously, yeah. We go to meet her because I don't want to just not show up.
Sure.
No, we would never do that in a role-playing game.
Yeah, we never write a write a note on the wall that Mr. Robot Man, we're gonna meet you tomorrow, and never show up.
Things happen. He forgave
I'm
you
good.
eventually.
That's true.
What were you saying, Dave?
Nothing. I mean, I'm good showing up. You know,
Yeah. I think definitely we show up.
All right. You show up. She's there.
Okay. Excellent. So I say to her, we've been asking around a bit, and I'm a little concerned. Some people seem to think he might be innocent. Why are you so sure he's guilty?
He was judged, found guilty. People killed wardens. Everyone around the thing's been dying. Definitely some evil in the air. How else would you explain it?
Well, I mean, coincidence is a thing, or perhaps the gods do think he's innocent, and they are intervening.
Well, I guess if they intervene a third time, that's what'll happen. And he'll go free. But it's not my job's to make sure he faces justice, and I'm going to try to make sure that happens. And that's what I need you for.
What if that does happen? What if we aren't able to pull it off? Basically, what I'm looking for is
what do you say? Oh, well, I hold it against you if
Yes.
something goes wrong?
Yes.
Well, if you're the cause of it, yeah. But certainly people have tried twice before. I expect you to make your best effort. Honestly, my guess is if something goes wrong, it means we're dead. If lightning comes out of the sky and strikes the headsman dead, I'm not going to blame you for that. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
I think most people are just superstitious cowards, to tell you the truth. Definitely there's something evil going on. But Sigmar intervening for this guy? I don't believe it. But hell, prove me wrong. If maybe lightning will strike me dead right there.
You'll be there?
Yeah, I'm hiring you to help me escort him.
Well, I mean, when we talked to the captain, she said that it was going to be the guards of whatever the
soldiers. I don't.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, like, how are you going if they're handling it?
You're extra. You're my insurance. I'm doing it too. I'm there. I'm bleeding the guards out.
But you're not a guard, so how did you get?
No, I'm an imperial representative.
Okay. Well, then I think we're in.
Listen, the guards don't even want to be there. They're all a bunch of superstitious, lazy assholes. And I'm not going to see this guy get off for killing a bunch of people just because everyone's too lazy and superstitious and corrupt to bother even doing the job. I'm not even sure the guards are going to show up when it's time. It might be me marching them alone. That's why I want you there. And if you won't be there, that's why I'm going to hire some extra people to come with. I don't trust the guard. Or not the guard, the soldiers. Not the ones stationed here. This town's a shit heap.
All right, we'll do it.
No offense.
none taken.
I mean, it's only my home, but I get it.
I'm sure it was nicer before before the dregs of the army marched in. Don't get me wrong.
No, it really wasn't.
I support the emperor, and you know, most of the army is fine, but from what I've seen here, it's kind of the worst of the lot.
Do not disagree. All right. So I think we're taking her up on this. So what do we need to do? When and where? And should we bring anything in particular?
You know, bring your weapons and armor. But yeah, 3 days from now, maybe 2 hours before dawn, meet, you know, by a cell.
Okay.
We'll walk them out of town. We'll take them to Morris Field. Get the job done when the sun rises.
All right. I'm ready.
Yeah.
In 3 days.
Yeah. The next night, the moon comes up, but not the nice one. Morrsleep comes up. It's the sickly green moon. It's very large in the sky. It's considered a bad omen by everybody. Happens a couple times a year usually. Maybe more frequently, but at least twice a year. And there's always weird phenomena that come along with it. Sometimes, you know, cattle die. Sometimes, I don't know. I don't have good examples at the moment, but weird shit happens when that moon's out. Supernatural stuff. So that's the talk of the town now. Apparently you're hearing, you know, people who got wounded, like their wounds just aren't healing like they should. Wounds are staying open. Bleeding keeps continuing. Just weird shit, right? It's a bad sign.
But not super weird shit because it happens.
It's
a
just
few times a year.
This is
It
the
could just be a
world.
coincidence.
No, it's bad shit that happens because of the moon. Like everybody's sure of that.
Right. But being related to this quest we've undertaken,
it's just unfortunate timing, apparently. Yeah, like nobody else in the world is like, oh, this is because of this guy, because nobody else even cares about this guy, right? You guys might make that connection, but you know, the moon just happens sometimes. What are the chances the moon would come up for one dude, right? It doesn't seem. Mm-hmm. That's crazy talk. That's conspiracy. Given that it's 11, I think we will stop there before we deal with whatever might happen. If any, I mean, maybe you just march him across the thing and he dies and it's over in 10 minutes, but probably not. So we'll stop there. If you have experience you want to spend, do that.
Do we get any more? Or
oh yeah, you get something for tonight. Did I give you troll experience? I don't think I did I?
Nope.
All right, let me do that, and then let me just give you the session too. So, let's see, session turnover. Oh, yeah, save that. Apply. Hour session. I can't remember what I give per session. I think I was doing 10 per hour. Let's do that. If I'm wrong, big deal. And then the troll. Dealing with that was worth a lot. And it went real friggin' easy because holy shit, it didn't seem to have, like, its stats were real low and it didn't seem to have any defense against being scared when it gets shot at.
Probably it's just easier to fight, you know, not in the water. It must be more scary in the water. I bet that's it.
Well, had it actually not tried to run away, it probably could have really fucked you guys up. But it got broken and it tried to run. That went real bad. I'm gonna have to look into.
Shot does tend to go badly for things. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the shot didn't really hurt it that much, but
that came out of my sheet as session 8 and not, you know, troll.
Oh, did I do it session 8 twice? Well, whatever. Or no, did I only do?
You did session
No.
7 and session 8, 40 and 50. Is all.
Well, whatever. It was
All right, so
whatever. It was for troll.
As much as I wanted to kill Rudy, what I wrote in my short-term goals was deal with Watch Supervisor, and I feel like we've done that.
How do you feel you feel like how do you feel you've dealt with him?
Well, he was actively harassing us.
Yep.
And now he's afraid to do that.
He did lock you into that building essentially.
Yeah, and then we threw a vampire at him, and then we killed a troll, and he's been great.
Oh, yeah. He hasn't done anything since then. I don't consider him dealt with yet. I consider him less of a problem for you at the moment. But
all right, I'll go shoot him in the face then.
Well, that's fine too. You got to do it right before you get your pardon. I'm sure that's how it works.
If I could line him up with our prisoner, that would be better.
Oh man, Rocco.
Yeah, now what do I do?
Well, do you want to change career? I don't know.
I want to.
You leveling up? Like, what's your goal?
Yeah.
I thought you already did this.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, you guys had endeavors, but no one did it, so we can just say you did it. So let me. Yeah.
Wanted to save my cash. Endeavor.
You're upgrading to Beetle instead of Lab Assistant. Is that it? The level 2 of your career, or are you changing career entirely?
No, I want to go up the ranks.
Okay, so that can be free using your endeavor, which is fine. So we complete that career, and then we make this one your current one.
Why is it free?
Using the endeavor.
Spending the endeavor meant you didn't have to spend extra than the 100 you already have to pay.
Yes, that's why. No. That's not how I read it. But basically what I said is if you do it with the endeavor, you don't pay your... Basically, it's 100 cheaper. But it also either has to be, I think, leveling up your current career, or it has to be something that makes sense in character to be like when you guys moved to the Watch, that made sense because you're in the Watch. But if it was just like, I want to be a mage now, I doubt I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense to just sort of do randomly. You'd probably have to pay your XP at that point. It was unclear. I tried to read online about all that.
Do we want to know if he's innocent, or do we want to just not investigate that at all? I guess is my question.
Well, I mean, I think we're going to get a feel for it when we meet him next week and we're escorting him.
That wasn't my question.
Then I don't understand. I mean, I don't want to know if he's innocent now because I don't want to have to deal with that moral quandary.
That's worse.
Why is that worse?
Well,
that's basically where Griff is, but you don't want to be where Griff is.
I mean, at that point, you're following the law. He was found guilty by the law. So we need to do what the law says needs doing.
No, I mean, I get it from a motive. It's just like, I'd rather not know because I would feel compelled to do something if I knew. So I'm going to choose not to know. It's, it's a little slimy, but hey.
What?
It's fine. I think it's a totally normal human thing. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to be session 8. Whatever. Well, it was, but whatever. So get out of the Watch is a short-term ambition and justice. So I see Dirk. Dirk's got a motivation of justice there. So it's interesting to me that he's like, nah, I'm just gonna not look. Close my eyes.
What kind of justice? I mean, is his moral justice require him to find out the truth, or just execute what the law says it needs to happen? Which one of those is justice?
I don't know. I think that's up to. I think you have to decide and not do it on like on a per situation basis. You got to kind of decide what you consider that to be.
Alright.
Rocco's goal is wealth. Okay.
It's not going
Too
so
bad
hot
it
for
wasn't,
Rocco.
troll heads.
Glory. You've been getting some glory lately, Trent.
Yeah.
I don't think you need any resilience back, but resolver. But that definitely would have qualified. Whatever the small point is. Who is down one? Someone spent one, didn't they?
I spent 2. Oh, I spent the big ones.
Did you? Oh, the you will not fail thing.
Yeah. And
Life on the
Ignore-
edge. You're not doing that, but you're also not the one who jumped in on top of a troll into the water when you couldn't swim.
No,
I would have given
I
that.
almost did because 2 other people did, and it just seemed like the thing to do.
Oh, you're also Justice, Dave. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So basically, you got to decide what that means to you. Like it's
Is
not
that
a
party
it's not
ambition to get
just-
this guy executed. Can I write that in?
No, that's more like a quest goal, right? I don't
All
think
right, can I write in get somebody executed?
party ambition.
Yeah, for justice.
I mean, I think a fine party ambition, because you guys had already kind of talked about it, was get out. Maybe not get out of the watch, but get out of the situation you're in within the watch, right?
Yeah.
Get out of the sentence. Like that would be. Some of you actually had that written down. It just wasn't necessarily agreed to by everybody. But I think that would be a fine party ambition. Party ambitions really just mean you get some bonus XP, which is cool to have, but
Yeah.
motivation is the thing that gets your resolve back.
I think a good party ambition would be not get, remove the death sentence.
And then long term, it's just take over the empire.
I mean, my long term is to expand the Empire's borders, so.
Well, there's a difference between yours and parties, right?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I should change my personal long term ambition to get the city named after me.
That'd be pretty impressive. All right. I was feeling like there was something else we had to do before I ended, but I don't remember. All right, so next week we'll pick up with you guys escorting this guy, I guess, and we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And assuming you guys get out of the watch, if it goes that way, we'll have to decide what the party kind of feels like. They want to stay in town and look for, work. Are they out to fight evil? Or are they out to just make money, any means necessary? You kind of all have different opinions on that, and we need to get some sort of consensus. Because I don't want to be like, all right, I'm going to choose this adventure, and like 3 are like, hell yeah, and the other 2 are like, I wouldn't do that. Like, I need to get a sense for like what people would
Well,
want
we
to
gotta
do.
go to where the empire borders end and bend them. So I'll get a flag. I don't know what else we need.
Maybe like a shovel. I don't know.
Do you have a flag?
Kick some dirt over.
You're not a country.
Maybe if we do it on the water, it'll be easier.
Yeah. The border ends at the ocean, so let's just make a little 2-foot peninsula out here. Yeah. All right.
But in dirt.
And any XP spending you got to do it before next session.
All right. Hey, Derek.
Yes.
I got a question for you. One of the things I can take is melee any.
As your class thing. That means you choose what it's going to be, and then that's what it becomes for that class.
Yeah,
So-
here's the problem with that. It then breaks the system because it loses the simple plus to add skill levels to it.
No. I mean, I could select
My
melee. Go ahead.
melee two-hander, which is what I put my melee any to,
Yeah.
no longer has the plus or check mark as if it's the class skill.
That might be something I did. I think I can fix that too.
Okay.
Well, my question then is, can I just pick up every single group? Can I put 1 point in every group? Or can I choose one melee thing to do?
Any doesn't mean all. It means you pick one, and that is what it is.
And that's just what it is?
But you can pick whichever one is. It's just once you picked it, like, that is it. That is your class.
Then for my class, would I have been able to pick 2? Because I got melee any from my first level, and then it's listed a second time in my second level.
Yes, I think so. If it's listed separately in each class level, then yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So melee any was one you picked the first time, and then one you picked differently the second time.
Okay, so I currently have melee basic and melee brawling. And if I take melee any, a new melee, then it's either going to be one of those, and I've already got points in it, or it's a new one I can choose.
So, something to remember. It depends where you got these from, too, because whatever skills you have available at your first level of your class are still available at your second. So that's why if you had melee any at first and melee any at second, those are two different skills. If you had melee any from a totally different class,
yes, I did.
Then when you switch to a new class and you want to keep improving at that and you have melee any, then it would make sense to pick one that you previously had. Does that make sense? I think I said that weird, but
the thing I wanted to do was I wanted to take melee two-handed.
Okay. So you have a melee. Let me look at your guy. You have a melee any. I see it grayed out here. Do I need to click this?
If I click it.
If he clicks it, it asks if he wants to add the first point of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I can edit. I can edit the name of it.
Yeah, change. If I could get that changed to two-handed.
How does it? Hold on.
Ooh,
Ignore that.
Oh wow!
I think I want to drag that on there.
Can you make that my +1?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, cool.
Whether or not that works when we have the thing that says, what do you still have to do? I'm not sure. I forced the advancement indicator to show up. I don't know if it uses it in that whole, did you complete your thing? But
it looks like it does. It's only costing me 10. You might want to get rid of the melee parentheses too.
I wonder if I can just name this two-handed and it'll work. Because it might just do a string comparison. Like, what I'm not sure of is when you actually use a weapon, how it...
What the...
dude.
You keep doubling up my grayed out ones.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why entertainment singing keeps getting in there.
Because I haven't taken it yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever, you're probably good later.
Yeah.
I think you're probably good now.
It's that ability is added to every class I ever have because entertainment singer I got from Perfect Pitch, the talent.
What's weird is I don't see a good way to delete those, but whatever, just ignore them. They're grayed out anyway.
Should I have a check mark by melee basic, or should I not have a check mark by melee basic?
Let's look.
Right? So that's different from melee any.
Melee any means pick a melee skill. So when you get a class and it says melee any or anything any, it means go pick one melee skill, whatever it is you want it to be, and that becomes your class skill. So if for you want it to be basic, your melee any. Any means choose, essentially. It means choose one of the things, and that is your skill.
The axe, which I think is what the basic.
It's basic, yeah. So I need to, I think, do that. Although you only need 10 ranks, which you already have, so I'm not sure why that isn't showing up. Oh wait, here. Yes, I want to add that skill. I'm going to play around with this just for a sec.
So I've been watching The Computer Chronicles on YouTube, which is a long-running like PBS computer show, I guess, out of California. And I was watching a 1983 episode, and they had the CEO of Seagate on, and they asked him if they thought the 3.5-inch disc would replace the 5 1/4, and he said no, that would never happen. Nothing will replace the 5 1/4 because all of the programs are already written on those, and no one's going to transfer them over.
It's all true.
Although he did say when optical gets good, that'll be used for archive purposes, but for actual read write, it's always going to be 5 1/4.
What was the date on this show?
1983.
83? Was optical even really?
Those commercial CDs came out in 84, I think.
84. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Wow.
But
Okay.
the technology started, I think, in 78, if I remember right. Then they were talking about how they had the Memorax CEO on the same episode, and he was much better. And they were talking about wear damage on discs when you read it with the drive head. And then they were talking about how the hard disks they're getting into now have air bearings on them, so they don't actually physically touch the platter, so there's no wear. And they hover above the platter at 1/12 millionth of an inch. And he said that's the equivalent of a 747 flying 590 miles an hour, 1/16 of an inch above the Earth's surface.
All right.
Then I was watching a Windows 3 episode, and they